Morning.
Morning, Rita. And how are you this morning?
Well, I'll be better when I've got a cup of tea down me. Everything all right this morning?
Yes. Fine. Look, I tell you what, why don't you take your tea upstairs and have it there? Relax a bit. We're not busy.
Oh, we will be Saturday morning.
Well, I'll give you a shout if I need you.
I know what you're doing, you know.
Do you?
Yes, and I'm not ungrateful. You're thinking that I ought to relax before the court case on Monday morning, but it's just the opposite. I need things to happen to take my mind off it. Work's the best therapy for me.
Is this it? Yeah. And I went all the way to England Street for that and all.
What does it say?
Hardly note. What is the point? You ring up the papers with an exclusive and this is what you get. Bad enough to refuse to pay anything for it, but this?
Well, what?
Oh, read it yourself if you can find it.
Hi, Rita.
Hello, love.
I was just wondering if today's Gazette had come in.
Yes, of course. Norris, the Gazettes came this morning, didn't they?
No, not yet. The van trouble.
Oh, I'm sorry. Try us a bit later.
Yeah, sure. Okay, I'll see you later then.
Bye, love.
Right, well, I give up. Short of taking out an advert, how do we get in touch with him?
Just tell him he's here.
Oh, Kurt, mate, where have you been? We've been looking all over for you. Have you been on the moors?
Hey? We thought you'd be in some cave somewhere out in the countryside. Oh, no.
Oh, well, come on, sit down, babe. You must be exhausted. So where have you been?
Down a cop shop.
You what?
I couldn't face life on the run.
We've been on it one day.
I know, but it was horrible. I've never seen so many coppers. When you want one, they're nowhere. And when they want you, they're on every street corner.
So they caught you?
No, I turned myself in.
You what?
Why?
It's not like being on the run, looking over your shoulder, leaping in and out of the shadows.
Turn yourself in? Flaming hell.
Oh, what's this? Personal service?
Oh, that's what we like, isn't it, Evelyn?
I wish I could say it was the result of a new policy at the cabin, but unfortunately it isn't.
Something the matter, Norris?
There's a report on Rita's court case. I'm trying to keep it from her.
Oh, no. Oh, dear.
Oh, great, the paper.
Oh, no, wait.
What?
Oh, well, keep away from page 10, or at least keep it to yourself.
Page 10. Right, what's on page 10?
Oh, that's all she needs.
Rita Sullivan been done for assault.
Oh, no, why print something like that?
Well, if she did it, she deserves all the bad press she gets.
She didn't do it.
Won't be too sure about that. I've heard she's got a right temper on her.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Whether she's guilty or not, publicity like that is definitely not a bonus.
Do you think it'll affect business?
Without a doubt. Would you send your kiddies there to buy sweets after reading that?
Well, I reckon there was fire. I've heard she has flames coming out her ears.
That's nonsense. And if you'd known her as long as we have, you'd realise that.
It's the effect on business that worries me. I haven't actually thought this through. I mean, if what Harry says is true, the impact on the cabin... What?
Go on, Norris. What impact on the cabin? Have you been telling them where I've been this morning?
No.
That was my business, Norris.
No, it's not, love. It's the business of every decent, law-abiding citizen. Which is why I phoned up the Gazette and made sure they put it in. Page 10, everyone. And in case you haven't read it, Rita Sullivan, up for assaulting a child, my child, Weatherfield Magistrates Monday, where she'll get her just desserts.
Is this true? In the paper? So everybody's read it.
Rita! No, Rita, wait, let me explain.
I just don't understand how you could have kept this from me.
I thought it was for the best.
I'm a grown-up, Norris.
Yes, but I didn't want you to be upset.
As opposed to?
Look, if certain people had get their mouths shut...
No, Norris, if certain people had had the common sense to tell me what was going on, I could have been prepared. Instead of which, I was completely unprepared and made to look foolish.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So am I. Oh, I don't doubt your motives, Norris. They're probably all for the best. But you do see what's happened. If I'd read that piece this morning, I could have gone to the pub knowing what to expect and held my head up. Now, I never want to set foot in the place again.
Feeling all right, Mrs. Sullivan?
Not really, no. Why on earth didn't you question that awful woman?
She struck me as a very brazen person who would respond to questions by pouring out all her claims all over again. I didn't want to give her that opportunity.
Well, I just hope you know what you're doing. Do you think the case is going against me, then?
No point playing guessing games. Let's just wait and see.
Oh, Mum, I'm starving. Can we go chip shop?
No, come with Ella's like. We need to stay here and see what happens. Here, I found a toffee for you. What a brilliant idea for the wedding.
Oh, blimey. Here we go again.
Oh, put a sock in it, won't you, Karen?
The defendant will stand. We find the case proved and the defendant guilty.
Yes!
Don't believe it.
You going back home then, Betty?
Yeah, tomorrow. The decorators are finishing today.
We'll miss you living in Betty, we really will.
In view of your hitherto unblemished record, and indeed your age, we do not consider there is any necessity for a custodial sentence. On the other hand, the court takes a severe view of assaults on young people and believes that such behaviour must be discouraged. You will pay a fine of £500. Further to this, you are ordered to pay compensation to your victim in the sum of, again, £500. Do you wish to ask for time to pay?
No. But I tell you what I do wish for. I wish you lot up there had an ounce of common sense between you.
Sit down, Mrs. Sullivan.
You sit up there, laying down the law. It's pathetic. You haven't a clue. You've sat there swallowing a pack of lies off a little lad who's had a trumped-up tale drummed into him by his mother and a fancy man.
Sit down, madam, and be quiet.
If you three had any judgment at all, you'd see through people like that. And what's more, you'd want to do something about people who coach a child into telling lies so they can make money out
Madam,
of it.
I advise you for the last time, be quiet.
Innocent! There's not a more decent, honest woman in this town. And if she swears she's not guilty, you can believe...
Silence in court!
Somebody said the law was an ass. And by hell, how right they are.
Security! Remove this woman. I am holding you, madam, in contempt of court.
Shame on you, man. You're a disgrace.
And I advise you to think carefully about your behaviour.
This isn't justice. It's a mockery.
Norris, stay out of it.
That man in the public seats, take him down as well.
What?
We won, Ches, we won! Justice was done.
Justice, my backside.
Oh, you prejudice, you lot. Just because one of your pals got shown up for what she is.
Yeah, all right, Scylla. Let's be off, eh? The lad wants feeding.
You played a blinder, Ches. Come on, we'll get you a burger and some fries. And then we'll go and celebrate in the Rovers.
Celebrate? I hope it chokes you. If there been justice here today, you'd be behind bars.
What's she mean?
Oh, take the notice of them. They're just bad losers. But we're not finished with Rita Sullivan. Not by a long chalk. We're gonna get you proper compensation for what you suffered.
What are we going to do?
Not much we can do, is there? Might as well go home.
Oh, I don't know what came over me. I mean, it's not like me, is it, to go shouting the odds? But when he said guilty, I couldn't contain myself.
That was only too obvious. Well, I'll tell you the same as I'm telling Mr. Sullivan. You go back into court and you apologise to the magistrates.
You mean it's not enough that I'm made out to be a criminal? I've now got to go back in there and thank them for doing that to me.
It's not quite that bad. You're not admitting guilt. You're simply saying sorry for abusing the magistrates.
Looking for you for ages. Where have you been?
Well, I've been out making a living driving the cab.
Steve, I don't know how to tell you this. I mean, it's just terrible.
Nothing's happened to my mum, has it?
What? No, it's worse than that. I've lost my bridesmaid. You know, our Debbie, she's gonna got chicken pox. Well, the other's bound to get it, so they've got to be in quarantine for 2 weeks.
Is that it? I thought someone was at death's door then.
Is that it? Steve, I've lost my bridesmaids. The wedding's gonna be ruined.
Well, calm down. All you got to do is get new bridesmaids.
What are my cousins? You can't just get new bridesmaids, Steve. You know, they've got to be suitable. They've got to be right.
Look. I happen to know that there's only one thing that matters about bridesmaids. That they mustn't be as beautiful as the bride. So you've got the whole world to choose from because, babe, you is the most beautifulest.
Just trying to soothe me over now.
Well, yeah.
Ain't anybody going to congratulate us? Well, you miserable lot.
Yes, Mrs. Sullivan.
Well, if I'm trying to explain myself, when I heard the verdict, I was totally shocked. I couldn't believe that you'd decided I was guilty.
We are not here to retry your case. You've had a fair hearing.
You might think it's fair. I certainly don't. I stood here and I was on oath and I told you the truth. And you listened to a fairy story, codged up by people who'd scrabble through a dustbin if they thought they could make a bob or two out of it.
Mrs. Sullivan.
And not only did you listen, you believed it. When anyone with half a brain could suss out it was a put-up job designed to be a setup for a claim for compensation.
I give you final warning.
And because you're a bunch of numbskulls, I'm landed with a criminal record, while the real criminals are out celebrating. Well, if you think that's justice, I think you're not fit to be sat up there.
You are in contempt of court. You will be remanded into custody. Security, take this woman down.
We're your neighbours and all, you know. Why aren't you feeling glad for us?
Because we all feel very sorry for Rita. Would have thought that was obvious.
You think I'm rubbish, don't you?
No, I don't.
Well, you should, Ken, because she's rubbish. I have had it with her. Hey! Don't want any rough stuff.
Look. Why don't we all just have a quiet drink? Deirdre, you'll have a drink, won't you? I'm buying.
Oh, yes, you're buying. With the money you're screwing out of Rita, it'd choke me.
Shelley, we'll get our lunch somewhere else, yeah?
I thought you wanted hot pot.
Change their minds.
Yeah, go on, buzz off. We're good enough to buy stuff in your piddling little shop, but you wouldn't have a drink with us. Well, who needs you? Calm down, will you? She's frightening me customers.
We're customers and all. Yeah. And I bet we spend more money in here than any of them.
Oh, putting it less.
Blanche, we know that Rita lost her case.
That's not all she's lost.
What do you mean?
She gave the magistrates a mouthful. She wouldn't crawl and say she was sorry, so they've locked her up for the night.
Oh, they put her in the cells.
Well, it's her own fault. She asked for it and she got it.
Right. Come on, Scylla. We'll have a drink in the Flying Horse.
They can't keep her in prison, can they?
She doesn't apologise, they can and they will.
You'll have to make yourself as comfortable as you can, dear. I bet you wouldn't say no to a mug of tea, would you? I bet you've had no dinner either. I'll find you something. There. You seem a sensible lady to me. You won't do anything silly, will you? All the same, you understand. I had to take your bag off you. Make sure there's nothing you shouldn't have. I'll see you get it back. Well, I'll have to shut you in. I'll get you that tea as soon as I've got a minute.
She won't like it, you know, locking up again.
And how do you think I could spend the morning measuring out wine gums, knowing that poor woman spent a night in a living hell?
She spent the night in Weatherfield Police Station, not the black hole of Calcutta.
A cell door slamming is a cell door slamming. I, for one, know how Nelson Mandela felt, and when Rita tastes freedom again, she'll tell you the same.
Are you sure?
You're still calling yourself Battersby?
Hey, this is naught to do with me.
You know how I feel about me, ma'am.
Yes, well, your support's appreciated, but you'll still have to excuse me. I have a lady of principle to liberate.
Hey! I'm being tarred with the same brush as you here.
Court of law, guilty, end of argument. And unless you want doing for slander, watch what you're saying.
Could have got married on a tropical beach. I'd already thrown in and saved thousands.
Yeah, well, if that's what Karen had wanted, that's what you would have had, but she didn't.
Well, things can still go wrong. Don't know a harpist, do you?
Well, it's not really a question I get asked very often.
Precisely. Lucinda Jane Carr, or Sharon Althwaite, she was probably called before she took up the harp, will probably slip whilst peeling potatoes and boom, cut finger, no more harpist. 3 sick bridesmaids and that's it. Wedding officially ruined.
You know, chickenpox is really nasty in adults.
Good. Well, I hope they're suffering as much as I'm doing.
Well, I'd volunteer, but well...
But what?
Well, if you're not family, you should at least be friends. I mean, you know, someone that you exchange girly secrets with.
Well, you're Karen's friend, she likes you.
Steve, Karen and I exchange insults, not secrets.
I've been thinking about compensation.
And?
Well, we got 500 yesterday. Solicitor reckons we'll get about another £1.5 from this civil action.
Good result, considering.
Hey, you're not going soft on me now, are you?
Of course not.
Any road. Have you seen how much it costs to go to Florida? All them parks and passes. And we want some spends and all. New clothes and that. I was thinking, sleepwalking.
Hey?
Maybe a near miss with a car or something? Or the viaduct.
You what?
Chesney, sleepwalking with the trauma. And if his life were in danger, court will do her for thousands.
And Chesney will end up in a loony bin. If he doesn't fall off the flaming viaduct.
You'll be up there with him. You know, heroic rescue.
So, push too hard. We could lose the lot.
Yeah, I suppose. Pity though. Reckon she wouldn't miss £5 grand.
I can manage here, Rita. You go and put your feet up for a bit.
As long as you'll both come out with me for a drink this evening, so that I can thank you.
Oh, there's no need.
There is every need. Only, see how things have changed already. We won't go to the Rovers. That woman might be in.
Last night of freedom?
Aye.
Don't sound so chuffed about it.
Ah, just be nice to have them back. Josh, me dad, and Claire.
Well, she's like family, isn't she?
Oh, Josh thinks world of her.
You're lucky to have found someone like that. Maxine would approve, you know.
You know what I think they got on, you know. Had a laugh together, taking the car of me.
Good to have someone to laugh with, share things with at the end of the day. You miss that.
You know, I have to say, I was concerned you wouldn't cope with all this business, Rita, but on the evidence of tonight...
Well, it's made me realise a few things. Things I hadn't wanted to see.
Well, I hope you've seen that you're surrounded by friends. People who respect and care about you.
I have. I've also seen that there's plenty that think I'm a dinosaur, out of touch. And to be honest, if this is the way things are, I'm glad I am.
Oh, no, I see our little shop as a bastion in the fight for maintaining certain standards of behaviour.
Exactly, Norris. A fight. A fight I'm fed up with. I've been branded a criminal. For what? Something the police would have done themselves a year or two back. And you know what's worse? It won't be the last. Every kid within 5 miles will be trying to wind me up now.
Oh, they'll soon get tired of that.
Maybe so. I'm tired of it already. So, I'd like to propose a toast to the end of an era of honesty and decency. I've had enough. I'm selling up. Something I should have done years ago. So, cheers.
Right, so I've got you, me Aunt Eva, bridesmaids and best man on the top table.
What about bridesmaids' partners?
What about them?
Well, what's it next to each other, won't they?
Not having Roy Cropper and Kirk Sutherland on a table with me.
Well, then why don't you move the bridesmaids and the partners and put them on a separate table?
Right, okay, so then that's me, you, Aunt Eva and Andy.
And my mum.
Your mum?
Next to you.
No.
You got to. It's tradition. The groom's mother always sits next to the bride.
Well, then there's going to have to be a break in tradition because I'm not sitting next to your mother.
You can't do that. It's bad luck.
Are you serious?
No, not really.
Pig. Piggy.
Stop it. No, you want me to be fit for the honeymoon, don't you?
You can go on the honeymoon with your mother if you carry on like that.
Be more peaceful.
She can sit next to you, baby. Is that all right?
Right.
Don't get crumbs on this. I want you to take it to the bridge hall when I've finished it.
What, today?
Yes, today. She's got the rehearsal tomorrow, so you can come and pick this up at factory at break time.
There you go, Emily. Oh, I can tell you, after the morning I've spent in here on my own, I'm in dire need of this. Oh, hello, Rita. I was beginning to think you were giving us a miss this morning.
Well, you were beginning to think right then. Hello, Emily. Well, I just called in to see how you were after... Well, you know.
I'm fine.
Are you going somewhere?
I am, and I might be an hour or two, so if you could continue to keep the ship afloat.
Oh, yes, yeah, of course. Somewhere interesting, is it?
What's that?
Where are you going?
It could be, I suppose.
Oh, well, you don't want to tell me.
Norris, I'm perfectly happy to tell you. I'm going into town to see my estate agent.
You what?
I told you yesterday I was going to sell the shop.
Isn't that a bit hasty, Rita? I mean, with all that's happened, maybe you'd be as well to think about it for a while longer.
I have thought about it, Emily, long enough. I've had it with this place. It's going on the market.
Oh, really? I never thought I'd live to see the day.
Poor Rita. Being driven out like this.
Never mind, poor Rita. What about me?
You look like you're ready for bed. I hate the night shift. You can never sleep during the day. Oh, I'll get that. No, you're all right, love. Streetcars, how may I help you? No, I'm sorry, Miss McDonald's not here at the moment. Can I pass a message on? Cancellation fee? Yeah, I've got that. Yeah, I'll pass it on. All right, bye. Wedding photographer? Oh. They are still getting married, aren't they?
Why?
Well, apparently somebody's rung up and cancelled the photographer.
Really?
Yeah, he was just ringing to see it was correct. He didn't sound too happy. He said Mr. McDonald was lucky he wasn't getting a cancellation fee.
Well, maybe somebody told them he was no good.
Yeah, well, I expect so. Anyway, he wants Steve to ring back and confirm when he gets back in, all right?
Yeah, well, I'll pass that on.
Well, I try and ignore the kids and the traffic and get some shut-eye. See you, love.
It's a bit tight on the boat.
Tight everywhere.
Yeah, well, it weren't made to fit me in the first place, was it?
Ashley, lad, how are you?
What are you doing behind there?
Well, I said I'd step in for lasses this morning.
You can't be that long off plane.
I know, but it's no sweat. So, how have things been while I've been away?
Oh, you know, rolling on. So, did you have a good time?
Oh, fantastic. I drove nearly all to myself last week.
Been quite here without you know.
Oh, I thought you'd have been making hay with our Joshua over at Thiely's.
No, not really.
Hasn't Claire been round?
Well, why should she with Josh being away?
Well, I happened to see how you were getting along.
Well, if you must know, Dad, she's gone work for someone else.
You what?
Don't panic, it's only temporary.
I should hope it is, I say, I should hope it is.
Oh, Karen, please. You can't let you wedding again.
You have a table past
You're not going to drop me in it, are you?
You what?
I'm supposed to be at school.
Yeah, well, I'm not a grass. I've done plenty of skiving in my time.
So what do you want?
I don't want anything. Just wondered if you fancied some grub. You look hungry.
I'm starving. He's never out in at Leslie's.
Why does our mum not make you any breakfast?
Never up, is she? When she is, she's just making up to him. And like a couple of kids.
Right, well, I'll tell you what, let's go to Roy's. Have a bit of a blowout on me. Then you can bring me up to date. Come on.
That's okay. Can I help you?
Yeah, Steve MacDonald come to drop off a seating plan for my wedding.
Yes. Yes, that's fine. I have that in the diary. Thank you.
Sorry about that, sir. Now you mentioned something about a seating plan.
Yeah, the MacDonald wedding, 14th of February.
Hang on, I'll just check that.
Well, you don't have to check because my wife has booked it with you. So if you can just drop off the seating plan and they can get back to work.
The 14th, you said?
Of February.
Popular day.
That's why we booked early.
I wonder if you can just hang on for a second, sir.
Well, I'm in kind of a rush.
It won't take long. It's just that there doesn't seem to be any trace of the booking in the reception diary.
So?
So I'm going to check with the wedding coordinator. Someone's obviously forgot to duplicate the entry.
Really?
And based on the figure of your lowest acceptance, I think I'm in a position to make you an offer.
What for?
The cabin, of course.
Are you?
You sound surprised.
Well, I am a bit. I mean, I did wonder if you were interested, but being as you've never said anything, I just assumed you weren't.
Well, I'm happy to say I am. And as your long-term friend and colleague, I'd like first refusal. Everything's in place. The bank are willing to give me a loan, so all you've got to do is ring your estate agent and tell him to take it off the market.
I'm sorry. I can't do that.
Why not?
Well, first I want to get as much as I can for the place, and second, I've officially put it in the estate agent's hands. Signed an agreement even. So I'm sorry, Norris, if you still want to make an offer,
You'll have to take your chances like everybody else and go through them.
Oh, Karen, give me a suspense, give me the worst. Well, what do you think? Well, you look fantastic. Mr. MacDonald, I'm sorry to have kept you waiting. I'm the wedding coordinator.
Oh, really? Well, I hope the people serving at my wedding are a little bit more on the ball than you seem to be.
And which wedding would that be, Mr. MacDonald?
Look, we can stop with the wind-up now.
No wind-up. I'm actually quite confused. You see, you arrive out of the blue with a seating plan for your wedding when your wife-to-be rang up last week and cancelled it.
What?
I took the call myself, Karen MacDonald, in quite a distraught state. Rang my office and said the wedding was off.
What's she got done?
I can assure you she did.
Look, my wife has been looking forward to this wedding for 6 months, so she won't have cancelled it. And even if she did call it off, I think she'd have let me know first.
I'm sorry, but I assure you it has been cancelled.
So you're telling me that you would cancel a wedding on the strength of one phone call? I mean, it could have been anybody on the end of that phone.
It was followed by a letter of confirmation.
Well, I don't This isn't Karen's signature. This has been forged. She hasn't written this.
I'm sorry, sir, but as far as we're concerned, that's a bona fide cancellation, and we've had to act on it.
Yeah, but it isn't though, is it? Because she hasn't written it. And look, I could go and get her and bring her in here to prove it to you if you want.
That wouldn't make any difference. We've another wedding booked in on that day now, so even if the romance is back on, your wedding definitely won't be happening. Not here, anyway. Your wedding is cancelled.
Hey, baby, what you got?
Yeah,
what are you doing? Lots of wedding stuff.
well, I'm just going to make some phone calls, make sure there's no last-minute cock-ups.
Oh, very good, but I'll do that.
No, you're all right. I'm on the desk, so give me something to do while it's quiet.
Oh, all right then. As long as you're free for this afternoon, because rehearsal at 1:30.
I know.
I can't believe we're nearly there. The wedding, and everything's just perfect, just how I want it. And I do appreciate that, Steve. Because I know you're doing it for me, because you love me.
Right, we're supposed to be going to this gig tonight, which is kind of like a pop concert.
Thank you for the translation. Is that you and Todd?
And Katie and Martin. Well, it should have been, only it turns out Martin's not going anymore, and Katie's bringing somebody else, a fella.
Does Martin know about this?
Yeah, someone from the hospital.
Well, he must be happy about it.
Oh, he didn't look it.
All right, give us a chance. Tracy is in, yes.
Right. I want to talk to her.
Well, I'm sorry, but you can't, no.
Well, I need to, Blanche.
And you can't, because she's still in bed. And don't tell me to get her up, because I'm not doing. Not in her condition.
She told you to say that, has she?
I beg your pardon.
Sorry.
There we are, love, thank you.
But you'll be glad when this week's over, won't you? After all that's happened.
You'll be right there, love.
All of which is due to your mother and the dreadful lies she's been telling.
Yeah, well, I know that, Norris. That is why I'm asking Rita how she is.
I'm not too bad, thank you.
Until the claims for compensation start arriving and she finds herself in court again.
Oh, don't.
Is that what's putting the price of this place up, is it? The money you've got to find to keep Les Battersby's fancy piece in the lap of luxury?
There is nothing putting the price of this place up.
Oh, I'm sorry. Have I got it wrong? Sorry. I thought that's why you wanted everyone bidding for it.
Just this, please.
50p.
Hello, love, how are you? Everything all right?
No, everything's not all right. I'll tell you, Rita, don't get pregnant.
Well, I'll try and avoid it.
Wish I had.
It won't be long now, though, will it?
Well, I don't know. I think it's decided to stop where it is till it starts school.
Really? Well, have you any idea how much it'll cost? What? Well, is there any way we could, get it cheaper? I mean, maybe not having the wine or a cheaper meal?
So, she's not saying she won't sell it to you, just that you've got to go through the same procedure as anybody else.
Every Tom, Dick and Harry.
Well, that sounds perfectly fair to me.
Oh, well, thank you, Emily. I might have known whose side you'd be on.
Oh, I'm not on anybody's side.
Will you excuse me?
Look, I've kept that business going. Rita likes to think she's queen bee, but I've done the donkey work, and now I'm told all that counts for nothing. I can get in the queue with everybody else.
Can I get you a drink or something?
No, it's okay. I've got one. Just thought I'd ask how things are going.
Oh, okay, you know.
Only we're babysitting Bethany tonight because Sarah and Todd are going out with Katie, apparently.
Yeah. Todd's been given some tickets.
But you're not going.
Oh, hang about. So Sarah's mentioned this to you, has she?
Well, she did mention it.
Look, the only reason I'm not going is because I'm working. It's not because I'm too old or Katie doesn't want me there, okay?
Sorry. Tell me what's the point in having a mobile phone if you want to switch it off? Oh, just chill out, will you, Karen? We've got loads of time. Can anything else go wrong? But 2 bridesmaids that have gone AWOL, not to mention me flipping groom.
They'll be here. Will you stop worrying?
Where have you been?
Oh, hang on, give us a minute, I'll tell you.
Nothing the matter, is there?
No.
Well, what is it?
Remember what your first choice of venue was for us to get married?
Yeah, the one that we're getting married
No, the first choice, not Doveridge.
Well, Walcott Manor.
Yeah.
Well, Steve, look. Prices were ludicrous there. Look, why?
Because that's where we're going. I've cancelled Doveridge Hall and I've booked Walcott Manor. Because I knew that's where you'd really set your heart on. And we agreed, didn't we, that, well, you know, we didn't want to settle for second best, so... Well, I thought that's what we were doing. We'd be settling for second best, and... Well, that's what I've done. I've moved it.
Is this some kind of joke?
No. They're expecting us in half an hour for rehearsals.
But I've arranged everything.
Well, I've rearranged everything.
Including the vicar?
Including the vicar. You see, that's what I was doing when you caught me with the list. I've rearranged it so you can have the wedding of your dreams in the place you've always wanted.
Ta-da! What do you think?
Very nice.
But what do you really think?
Very nice.
Right, first question, why?
I could ask you why what, but I think you mean why they cancelled your wedding.
Tried to, you didn't succeed.
Shame.
So come on, why?
Because I wanted to give you one more chance, Steve.
One more chance?
To get away from that stupid, ignorant woman.
And then what? Eh? Moving here?
Whatever you like. But at least you would have a chance to make your own decisions instead of listening to her for the rest of your life.
Well, maybe that's what I want. Anyway, I haven't come round here to talk about Karen. I've come here to tell you to stay out of my life, right? You don't come near me, you don't talk to me, you don't work for me. I don't want to know you anymore.
Is that right?
Not if you were the last woman on earth, Tracy.
Right then, well, you leave me with little choice.
What do you mean, little choice?
Well, if I can't talk to you, I'm going to have to talk to Karen, aren't I? Let the blushing bride know just exactly who the father of the baby is.
Oh, no. I'm not letting you go anywhere near Karen.
Oh, and what are you going to do, Steve, to stop me? Lock me up? Ow!
Oh, come on, I never touched it.
Oh!
Oh, turn it in, I never laid a finger on you.
Oh, I'm having our baby, Steve. Oh!
What, you mean?
Steve, just go and get me some help, yeah? I'm having our baby, Steve. Please, just go and get us some help.
Soon, innit?
Not really.
Oh, so there's nothing wrong then?
Well, if there is, it's your fault for having a go at me.
Well, if you had to cancel my flipping wedding, is everything all right?
Oh, get rid of him.
Yes, everything's fine. Is something happening?
No. What's happening?
I think the baby's coming early.
No, it's not. It's probably just a false alarm.
Are you taking us to the hospital? Yeah.
Well, just in case.
Right, I'll come with you.
Look, there's no need, Roy. I'll ring you when I... Oh!
Are you having a contraction? I think she's having a contraction.
Oh, my God, it started.
When did she have the first one? 10, 15 minutes ago. Tracy, hospitals advise you to stay at home for as long as possible during the early stages of labour.
My waters are broken!
Have you rang the hospital? Has she rung the hospital? No. Hayley, ring the hospital. Tell them we're on our way. Tell them her waters are broken and then follow us on with my hospital bag.
Okay. Good luck, Tracy.
Come on now, let's get you in the car.
Maternity, please. Thank you.
I've apologised to her.
And have you told her that she's going to get her money back?
What? All of it?
Every penny, including court costs.
I'll end up out of pocket.
Well, it serves you right.
Fizz?
This is happening so early. I was expecting it, actually.
Why?
Tracy's kidney transplant.
There is a school of thought which suggests a higher incidence of premature births amongst women with kidney transplants.
Oh, shut up, Roy.
I'm sorry. I'm just trying to reassure you that all this is perfectly normal. The birth weight might be a little lower than expected, but nothing to worry about.
Stop the car.
Why?
Because Roy's getting out.
I'm not.
Roy, I can't stand you whittering on in my ear all the time. You're getting out.
Sorry, I'm just a bit nervous.
Stop the car.
Oh, Tracy, I have a right to be here.
No, you haven't.
I'm the father.
Steve, tell him he's got no right to be here.
Look, if Tracy doesn't want you here, maybe it's best if you wait at home, eh, Roy?
I want to be present at the birth of my child.
Well, plenty of fellas aren't.
I'm not plenty of fellas.
Oh, just get him out, will you?
Roy. Look, excuse me, Steve. Look, Tracy, I'm sorry. Look, I'll try to be helpful. I'll try not to irritate you, but I have a right to be present. And I am paying for that right.
What do you want me to do?
Drive on, please, Steve.
Oh, do you have to sit so close, Roy?
Well, there's nothing we can actually do other than sit and wait.
Well, there might be now you can do, you useless lummox, but I need to be there. She needs me with her.
She needs her mother at a time like this.
Roy's with her.
Oh, fat lot of good he'll be.
He's done a lot of research.
Research? It's not a man with a book she needs. It's a woman of experience with the stretch marks to prove it. Now get your shoes on, Ken. You'll have to give us a lift.
There's no point in us all going down there.
But Deirdre can stay.
I'm not staying.
Well, look, at least let's finish our dinner.
How can you talk about food at a time like this? Will you get your shoes on?
£4.20.
£4.20 exactly.
Oh, thank you very much, Steve. I think we can make it on our own from here. How are you feeling?
Look, go and get me a wheelchair or something, will you? My legs are shaky.
Oh, right. 2 minutes. This won't incur a waiting charge.
No.
All right.
Yeah, I just wanted to get rid of him.
I'm sure you don't have to have him with you if you don't want to. Just tell the midwives.
Listen, Steve, I know that you don't feel about me the way I feel about you. And I know that you're angry with me right now. But this is your baby.
All right.
When Roy comes back, I could tell him he's not the father. I could get rid of him. And you could come in with me and be there for the birth of your baby. But you might not love me. You might never want to see me again. But the baby's another matter. Steve is going to be born whether we like it or not. Don't you want to be there, Steve?
Look, I'd better be going because Karen's going to be wondering where I am.
She'll still be there tomorrow, won't she? This moment will never come again. It's once in a lifetime. Steve, please come in with me. I'm scared.
You've trapped me into this.
Oh, not deliberately.
Here we are. Now, easy does it. But they do say that walking can help speed things along, but if you don't feel up to it...
I don't.
Right, well, fine, not to worry.
See you later. Hey, Sarah.
She should be back in a minute now. She took Beth for the burger. Hey, 2 for 1 at that new place in the precinct, and did you get a free toy?
Yeah, and you know why it's 2 for 1, don't you?
No, why?
Forget it.
I can't believe she'd rather have you in there than her own mother.
I'm sorry.
You shouldn't have been so quick to throw her out. So quick to judge her.
Yeah, well, I'm here for her now, aren't I?
Oh, yeah, now.
And I should be with her now, by her side.
If you'd have been with her from the start, she wouldn't be thinking about giving my great-grandchild away to this pig's melt here.
She's just trying to keep us at arm's length, that's all. She thinks the further away we are, the easier it'll be for her to give up the baby.
Could you keep your voices down, please?
How is she, Roy?
She's comfortable. She's had some pain relief, which has improved her mood somewhat. I'd better be getting back in. I'll let you know when something happens.
Roy, you're back.
Oh, please. Of course. Thank you, Hayley.
Good luck.
He can't keep us out forever.
He hasn't been keeping you out. He came in here to let you know what was going on, didn't he?
It's not right that he should be in there at my expense.
It's at anyone's expense, it's his own.
What do you mean?
Well, you don't think he likes being in there with it, do you?
Which is why it should be me in there. She needs comforting. She needs looking after.
Roy can do all that. He's a trained first aider.
She can't stand the man. He means nothing to her.
He's the father of her child.
She slept with him once.
For a bet.
He's no right to be in there while we're stuck out here.
He's got every right.
He makes her skin crawl. She hates being in the same room with him.
Well, she shouldn't have slept with him then, should she?
I could understand it if they were in a proper relationship.
The parents of the child. Is that not enough for you?
No!
Well, they're married then as well. Does that help?
Tracy and Roy are married?
Yeah. So, you see, he's got more rights than you think.
Tracy wouldn't marry Roy in a million years.
We were led to believe it was the only way to guarantee Roy's rights.
Okay, I can see why Roy might consider it.
Tracy wouldn't. Not unless she had about 10 shotguns to her head.
It were more carrot than stick.
What do you mean?
Look, I've already said too much. I'd really appreciate it if you didn't tell anyone else.
Well, it's not something we'll shout from the rooftops, don't you worry.
All you need to know is that Roy is Tracy's husband. He's the father of a child and he's got every right to be in there when she gives birth.
Reminds me of the First World War.
It does.
The waiting.
Why?
Well, life in the trenches was famously long. Periods of silence and boredom, punctuated by short outbreaks of noise and violent agony.
I hope you haven't paid for them.
No.
Because we're not going to Florida.
Why not?
Because you told your sister about it, that's why. And then Miss Goody Two-Shoes stuck her in, and next thing you know, holiday's cancelled.
I feel a bit dizzy.
I should never let that girl get taken into care. It's been the ruin of her.
Mum!
What?
Seriously, my eyes have gone all funny. Everything's all blurry.
Are you sure?
Yeah, honest.
You can't claim compo off your own mother.
It's a girl. A beautiful baby girl.
Is your Katie not writing anymore?
He's probably just some mate from school or something.
Katie, I'm really sorry.
That's all right. Where's Sarah?
She's not very well.
It's a girl. A healthy baby girl. 6 pounds 4 ounces.
Oh, right.
Oh.
How's Tracy?
Oh, well, very well. Both mother and baby are very well.
Hear that, Hayley? Mother and baby.
Steve, it's me. You've got a daughter. Baby daughter.
She's actually seen the baby. She won't be able to give her up to the likes of them.
Why do you keep making it a case of us and them?
That's what it is.
Look, they're decent people. They live less than a minute's walk away. There's no reason why we can't all have a part to play in this.
She can't believe her luck, that one. All her Christmases have come at once. It wouldn't surprise me if they planned all this right from the start, right down to Tracy being forced into some kind of marriage of convenience.
Blanche,
if you've got something to say, will you please say it to my face?
I were just saying, if Tracy really did marry that gormless man of yours...
Oh, she married him all right.
Well, there's no way she'd do that for her own convenience. She must have been forced into it.
Since when has Tracy been forced into anything?
Oh, come on, Hayley. Did you or did you not force my granddaughter into marriage just so that you could get your hands on her baby?
She didn't want the baby. She would have got rid of it if it wasn't for us.
If she changes her mind, will you give up your claim on it?
It's not my claim, it's Roy's.
Will you give it up?
She won't change her mind.
We'll see.
Yeah, Andy rang when I got back, so I was telling him about Walcott Manor, and he said he was going to come up on Friday with you, Mum.
It's a shame your dad won't be there.
Well, I think your mother's quite enough, Steve. Men in handcuffs don't really look good on my wedding photographs.
I miss him sometimes, you know.
Have you been drinking?
No, it'd just be nice to go for a pint with him every now and again.
Well, if he hadn't got caught up in that Blackpool fiasco, then maybe they might let him out for the day.
The only reason he's inside in the first place because he was sticking up for me, doing what any dad worth his salt would do.
Steve, how many have you had?
None, I've told you I'm working.
Look, baby, I'm really sorry your dad's not going to be there. But well, let's not let it spoil our day, eh? Because everyone else is going to be there. And it's going to be unbelievable. Because everyone is going to be talking about our wedding for years to come.
Tracy, how are you, love?
Okay. Oh, she's gorgeous. She's absolutely gorgeous.
She reminds me of my mother.
Don't start, Blanche.
Do you mind if I pick her up, Tracy?
Yeah, be my guest.
Oh, I'm not sure if you should disturb her.
I won't disturb her.
Mind her head.
Right, just look this way while I take your picture. That's it, smile.
Ken, would you mind taking one of me and Hayley together?
Don't you dare touch that camera.
Look, you've had her all day. Don't you think it's time you gave someone else a go?
Just one quick snap.
We have plenty of time for photographs later.
I'll give it here, I'll take it.
Oh, thank you.
Are you sure? I said I'll take it. Just get it over with. Well, you're going to have to step back a bit. just press the button.
Look, you're upsetting her. How dare you do that after what she's just been through?
Give me the baby.
Did you really marry this man?
Sorry, it just came out.
Have you honestly taken things that far, Tracy?
Look, if you're all going to start having a go at me, I'm going to call the staff and I'm going to get them to throw you all out, okay?
Hello?
Right, you stay here, I'll get the car.
As soon as I saw her, Roy, I knew that all the suffering, everything that Tracy had put us through was worth it in the end.
And what about Tracy's suffering, eh?
Well, I know she's been through a lot.
And what about our suffering come to that? That's my daughter and my granddaughter in there.
We respect that, Deirdre, and we won't forget her.
Neither will I.
Look, you and Ken can see her as often as you wish. You've been very good to us, and well, we've no intention of keeping you apart from her.
And I'm sorry if I spoke out of turn. I should have thought.
I can't believe she's going to turn her back on her own daughter.
Look, you saw what she was like in there. The sight of them two with that baby reduced her to tears. This isn't over by a long way yet. There isn't room for 5 in here, so you two had best make your own way home.
Sorry, Roy, but it will be a bit of a squeeze.
It's okay, we'll get a taxi.
Actually, Roy, I think that's Steve McDonald over there.
Oh, right. Steve? Steve? It's a girl.
Is it? Congratulations.
She is absolutely beautiful.
We're both over the moon, aren't we?
She's gorgeous, Steve. You'll have to see her.
It has been the most incredible experience of my life, and I'd like to thank you for your part in it.
You're welcome.
Oh, actually, Steve, it's lucky we've seen you. You couldn't give us a lift home, could you?
Well, I'm waiting for somebody. It's a booking. I can only take telephone bookings.
Oh, well, never mind. There's a rank round the corner. Good night, Steve.
Oh, good night.
Oh, and thanks again.
No. I'd have gone myself if I hadn't been working.
You know, I admire you. Takes a confident man to be not bothered by something like that.
Yeah, well, don't want to waste a ticket, did I? Anyways, I mate mine.
So, do you know what?
No, I haven't known him long, but I know Katie, and I trust her, so stop trying to wind me up.
Well, it won't be long.
Visiting time finished ages ago.
Well, I've been working. I couldn't get here any sooner.
I'm sorry, sir.
Look, she wants to see me. Ask her if you don't believe me.
I'm really sorry, but only fathers are allowed in at this time of night.
I am the father. So you've got to let me in.
So you go to many gigs then?
I'll be deaf by the time I'm 30.
What?
I'll be deaf by the time... I said, I'll probably be deaf by the time I'm 30.
Hey, you won't even make 30 the way you're going, mate.
What?
Oh, that's sad. Very sad for him.
Hey, why don't you ring Martin? See if he wants to come over for last orders.
Hi.
Hi.
Thanks for coming.
Well, I'd have been here sooner, but I had to wait for the coast to clear.
Yeah, well, you're here now, and, well, that's all that matters.
So this is her then?
Yeah. Do you fancy coming back to the flat?
No, I better not.
Oh, Martin won't mind. Come on, we'll have a right laugh.
I can't, I've got to get up and work in the morning.
How you feeling? So, you don't want out from the chippy then? Yeah. Yeah, good. Yeah, it turned out Carl knew someone in the support band, so... Well, they're getting on well, yeah. Yeah, there's nothing to worry about.
Didn't you ever fancy being a doctor rather than a nurse?
What, with a name like mine?
Why, what's wrong with your name?
Hi, I'm Dr. Foster. Is it raining out? Anyone for Gloucester? Last time I saw you, you were up to your neck in it.
Hey, that is nothing. I've got an uncle, Ralph.
So?
So, my second name's Harris. Think about it. Hi, Martin.
Ralph Harris?
Yeah, just hang on a minute. Yeah, and when we give him his Christmas presents, we always said, can you guess what it is yet? Sorry, go on.
What are you laughing at?
Katie's uncle. How's Sarah?
She wants me to bring her some toilet roll before we leave.
Say no more.
Well, we're in the Rovers. Why? What is your problem? Well, why don't you just come over then?
Pick her up.
No.
It might be the only chance you get, Steve. Pick her up.
I don't want to.
What are you afraid of? I'm not going to tell anyone. No one will find out.
I was afraid you were going to tell Roy on the way here.
I was hoping you would.
Will you be passing the buck more like?
Yeah, take her. Just for a couple of minutes. I need to know how you feel, Steve. How you really feel. Before I make my final decision.
Ah!
What was all that about?
Well, I was worried about you, that's all.
I was only over the road. If you'd have opened that window, you could have heard us laughing.
Whoa, whoa! And why didn't you ring? Because you were due back, like, what, an hour ago?
Because I didn't realise you'd suddenly turned into my dad.
Worrying about you doesn't turn me into your dad.
You've done it.
No, it doesn't. Katie, you were out for a drink. You could have slipped into a coma for all
That
I
is
knew.
him talking.
Or under a bus.
And you should know better.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying.
Don't you trust me? What, are you jealous of Cal?
I'm just saying that we should be aware of what it looks like, because he is young, you know, single, good looking.
And he's supposed to be your mate.
Yeah, well, lads are lads.
You don't know him very well, do you?
Yeah, I know him well enough.
No, Martin is not even interested in me. And he never will be. Oi! He's gay.
Roy, come to bed.
I'm far too excited to sleep, Hayley. And I want to get this set up in case the baby comes home tomorrow.
Well, she'll be in for at least a couple more days.
I hope it won't be too long.
Me too.
And the longer Tracy spends alone with her, the harder it'll be to give her up when the time comes.
Don't forget us. Forget the croppers. What's best for her?
I don't know.
To grow up with a real mother and father. Isn't that it? Isn't that what's best for any baby?
Look, there's no future for me and you, if that's what you're thinking.
What, not even as her mum and dad?
No.
Only as a mum and dad. Bringing her up between us.
You want to tell Roy, don't you?
Oh, I don't know what I want.
I know you don't want to go through with this. I could tell that on the way here.
Yeah, and I don't want to be left holding the baby either. I'm not my own.
Why did I ever trust you?
You know, if the truth comes out, I lose a hell of a lot.
No, I lose a hell of a lot. I lose my wife, the woman I love, all the money I put towards this wedding, which won't happen. You don't lose anything. You gain.
Oh, it's not as simple as that.
You gain a baby. You get your claws into me for the next 18 years.
Yeah, and I lose 25 grand.
What?
When I get out of here and I hand the baby to the croppers, they're giving me the final instalment of £25,000 they paid for me to marry Roy and give the baby to him.
You married Roy?
Yeah, so that he could have rights to her. And I'm selling her to him.
Oh, well, that's sick.
Yeah, I know that.
That is sick.
Yeah, and it's illegal and all. But the plan was to take the money and get out of here. Start again somewhere else.
That's dirty money, Tracy. Dirty, filthy money.
Yes, I know.
Well, you can't do it.
No. What I can't do, what I really can't do, is stay around here and watch the croppers bring up my baby.
So you're just going to tell them the truth, no matter what I say?
No. Because the other thing I can't do is bring her up on my own. I'm not cut out to be a mother, Steve. I need your help. And I'm not just talking about money, I'm talking about being there for your baby. Now, for all I know, if the truth came out, I could go to jail. I could lose the £25,000 and I could lose the baby and all. Do you know, I am willing to risk that. If I knew that you would look after her if the worst came for the worst. And I knew that you were willing to play a part in her life and to risk your stupid wedding so she could grow up knowing who the real father is.
Well, what if I'm not willing?
Well, if you turn your back on her, so will I. I'll take the croppers' money and I'll run.
Oh, you just take the money and go?
Yeah, you'll never see me again.
And you really think you could do that?
No, what I couldn't do is stay around here and watch them bring her up. Stand back and watch them day by day turning her into a tiny little oddball version of themselves. Could you?
Well, you won't even come back? Just out of curiosity?
I couldn't bear it.
So the baby grows up thinking that Roy's its daddy and nobody else knows?
Yeah, well, you'd know. Could you live with it? Look, come on, Steve. It's her or Karen. What's more important to you?
I love Karen.
Yeah, what about her?
Well, I don't know her.
Yeah, well, you'll get to know her. Steve will grow to love her. It's up to you.
Well, I could lose Karen.
Yeah, and I could lose £25,000.
Are you just passing the book now?
No, I'm not. I'm sharing the responsibility. She's your flesh and blood too, Steve. What are you going to do?
Let's give it to the croppers.
Told work I'm ill. I've only been there 2 minutes. I feel awful lying.
Oh, don't worry. We'll all have ulcers by the time Tracy's done with us. Then you won't be.
Oh, no, I couldn't. You should have told the truth. Oh, what? That I'm trying to persuade my daughter not to give her baby away? I don't think so.
Rita Sullivan gets a night in jail for barely cuffing a child. And our Tracy can chuck her baby round the neighbourhood like a bag of washing and nobody bats an eyelid.
Oh, there's eyelids batting, all right. Plenty of them.
I'm really disappointed in Roy. He was always determined that his marriage to Hayley was legitimate. So how does he reconcile marrying Tracy like that?
Good. You're on our side at last.
No, I'm not on any sides. I just want what's best for our granddaughter.
Well, maybe spending the night with her will have made Tracy think more carefully about it.
I hope not. It was in that wanted to give you up.
Oh, Thanks.
I ironed your blue shirt for today.
That's right, sounds fine.
What, even with that stain on it? Take you 5 minutes to change. And while you're here, you might as well have some of this bread that I brought you. It's nice and warm.
I'm going to get a paper. His husband's only at this time.
Well, the midwife says your husband's been ordered to leave you alone. She's concerned about you.
Yeah, well, I'm concerned about her if she can't tell you from Roy Cropper.
How's she been?
You just sometimes give her a bottle.
Top night, wasn't it?
Yeah, still can't hear out though. Why'd they have it so loud?
It's not like my old man.
That's what having a 3-year-old and a pregnant girlfriend does to you.
I'd rather have ringing on my ears, Tal.
At least I won't be able to hear him nagging me.
You're a bit young for all this, aren't you?
Can't help you fall in love with.
Why don't you take her? She's quiet now.
If you've had enough, Gran, just put her down.
What about a name?
What about one?
You'll want her to have a name.
It's not up to me, is it?
What would you call her if it was?
I don't know. What goes with Cropper?
You think this is all a game, don't you? A big joke.
Cord's cut, Gran, she's not my problem.
It's a disgrace. I thought that giving birth would wake you up, make you see sense. But you're as hard as nails.
Look, you knew all along what I was planning to do. Why is everyone acting all surprised all of a sudden?
I'm ashamed of you, Tracy. Ashamed to call you my granddaughter.
Then don't. If I can turn my back on her, Gran, turning my back on you will be a doddle.
I'm an old woman. All the future I've got is wrapped up in you. And in her. It might not be shameful to give birth out of wedlock anymore. But it will never be sinful to treat your flesh and blood so cheaply.
She wasn't born out of wedlock, was she? I'm married, or had you forgotten that little detail?
Forgotten it? I'll never be able to forget any of this as long as I'm breathing. Which I'm starting to hope will not be much longer.
What's going on?
We're wasting our time. I want to go home.
I'll get you a taxi.
Someone order a cab. Cab for Reddish. Right, come on then.
Ah, Steve, you haven't brought the baby, have you? I was expecting Ken to pick them up, and I was anticipating a phone call to prepare us for their arrival. You see, Vera's not due for another couple of minutes.
No, I'm on a fair... What? They're coming home today, are they, Tracy and the baby?
Yes, indeed. Today.
Right. What about get going?
You should see her, Steve. She is quite the most perfect little girl that you could imagine.
You were this to me once. And no matter how big you get, no matter how many ugly things you do, and believe me, this is right up there, you are, and will always be, my baby. And nothing you or I could ever do would change that.
What, that's supposed to make me want to keep her?
Yes, because that's how you're gonna feel about her.
Look, not everybody is like you.
I'm not talking about everybody. I'm talking about you. Part of you must feel something.
I think I should check the fuse on that musical light.
You did do earlier. Roy, there's no we've not done.
I'll phone the hospital, establish a reason for the delay.
Tracy said not to hassle her. Let's not go winding her up at this stage.
Yes, you're right. Well, can we move this money off the table? I feel like the devil playing for somebody's soul.
Roy, everything's going to be all right. Tracy doesn't want her. She's made that perfectly clear. We've just got to be patient. What's a couple of hours, eh? We've got the rest of our lives with our baby.
That's the headache.
I'm sorry you got upset, Gran.
I only thought she could do with a name. Give her a bit of respect.
Couldn't name her.
Your gran just thought it might help. If you don't get to know her, how can you decide if you want her?
I hate that she's so helpless. I hate the way she looks at me.
Trust in you.
I keep saying to myself, she's not a baby, she's a kid. I never wanted a kid.
She's a baby for now. That's all you need to think about. Just take it one day at a time.
Is that the end of my apology, then?
Look, I'm sorry, okay? I'm tired. I really could do with some space.
I don't think you should be on your own just yet.
Look, I'm serious. If you don't give me some space, I'm going to get on the phone now. I'm going to ring Roy Cropper and he can come and collect her.
Tracy, why do you have to turn everything into a threat?
Because it's the only way you'll listen to me. Right, I'm serious. Cropper.
Yeah, all right. Come on, Mother. But, Tracy, promise me that you will just rest. Don't make any decisions without talking it through.
Okay.
Come on.
What exactly did the hospital say?
That they departed some time ago. It was remiss of us to leave her to her own devices for so long.
Yeah, well, let's not panic. She's had a rattle before. We know what always helps refocus your mind.
Yes.
Look, I'm trying to rest. I'll call you tomorrow.
I'm afraid that won't be acceptable.
We've got the money.
Tomorrow?
You've no right to prevent me from seeing her.
Oh, father's rights now, is it?
Oh, well, those and the rights bought with £10,000 you've already had, and 15 that I have here. Here, you can check it. It's in the form of a banker's draft.
Look, I just don't think it's fair to disturb her.
I'm sure Hayley will be able to get her settled.
We've had the heating on all day.
Yeah, well then it'll be nice and warm tomorrow, won't it?
I don't dance funny.
You do?
You can't back out now.
Look, I've not said that I'm backing out. I've just asked you for some more time.
Time? For what, precisely?
I did give birth to her.
Look, I understand that you are uneasy. It has been an uneasy arrangement for all of us. That's why we should get this transaction done swiftly. Move beyond it. You said all along you've no desire to bring up a child.
Yeah, well, I thought I didn't.
But you do now.
I don't know.
She doesn't know. She doesn't know.
Hayley.
No, I don't know how much more of this I can take. Women like her, me.
What, as opposed to women like you?
Yes. As opposed to women like me who, for whatever reason, can't have children.
Oh, well, I think being a man is quite some reason.
Oh, you think you're so much better than me. But I know without the tiniest doubt that I could be a better mother than you ever could.
Oh, you reckon?
Hayley.
No, I'm sorry, Roy, that's it. I've had enough. We have ached for this baby. We've hoped and prayed for it.
Yeah, but you couldn't have her, could you? And I could.
I couldn't conceive her, no. I couldn't give birth to her. But I can bring her up with as much love and security as any woman. Conceiving was easy for her. Oops, I'm pregnant. Oops, I've created a life. Do I want it or not? Shall I bother with it?
But my family would hate me if I handed her over.
Oh, that's a reason to keep her because of what other people say.
I think she deserves somewhat better than that.
We've got the love and the care all ready and waiting.
Look, all I am asking for is some more time.
No, Tracy, you've asked for a lot more than time. You've asked for money. Over and over again, every last stage of it. The only word I've heard out of you is money. I've never once heard you use the word love. Not once.
Oh, just get out, will you? Because I don't have to listen to this.
Come on, Hayley, come on. We're distressing her. I'm so sorry. So sorry, Angel. She shouldn't have to listen to this. If Tracy wants time, then we must give her time for the baby's sake.
Yeah, well, you're playing at make your mind up time. Think on this. If you wanted her, if you really wanted her, you wouldn't need time. You'd know, because in here, she'd be making you feel that the future was somewhere you wanted to be. Because that's what she feels like to us, doesn't she, Roy?
Yes. Yes, there's no doubt. No doubt whatsoever. Perhaps it is only time she needs.
We've lost her, Roy. I know we have.
No, she's still my daughter. She can't take her away from us. Not totally.
She can make you into a part-time father and me into nothing.
Well, I didn't say you couldn't have her. I just said I didn't want to disturb her until you started kicking off.
What, so you mean...
Let's have the money.
It's in the form of a bank...
Shut up. Do you think...
I don't know.
What do you think?
I know. Tracy, you...
I said shut up, didn't I?
You precious, precious girl.
Let's have a look at you.
Right, can I?
Yeah, of course. You go to your mum, Angel. Oh, you let your mum carry you.
This is cold. Couldn't sleep, eh? Guilty conscience. It's your body telling you you should be with that baby.
Yeah, or maybe the baby doesn't want to be with me.
What if your mother had given you away?
Yeah, well, if she had, I wouldn't have to listen to you, would I? It's better than telling, isn't it?
We should discuss a name.
Yeah. I know what you said before, but I'd rather we didn't call her Hayley. I mean, it's a lovely thought and I'm really touched, but I'm Hayley. She should have a name of her own, a special name.
What, do you have any thoughts?
I quite like Victorian names, something like Emily or Eliza.
I wondered about Patience.
Patience? Patience Cropper. Yeah, I like it. Well, it's what we've had to be, isn't it? Waiting for this day to come. Patience. It's a beautiful name for a beautiful baby.
Right, well, if you're happy, you ought to get the birth registered.
Can we do that?
Oh, I believe so. I mean, as father and husband of the mother.
I know this sounds a bit selfish, but you know what I'd really like? A couple of hours on my own with her.
Oh, well, yes. Well, that's decided. I'll pop down to the register office and you two girls can have a chance to get to know each other.
So where's the baby now? She's with her father. They live in a flat above the cafe around the corner. They won't mind you going round.
You don't live with the baby's father, then?
Look, it's a complicated situation, but she's with her dad now and his partner. That's where she's going to stay. They're going to bring her up.
And you're happy about this?
Yes, I'm chuffed to bits.
Let me know if you go for a drink after work. Can always have tea a bit later.
Okay. I'll see you later then.
See you later, sweetheart.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
I want you to sell off, you know.
Okay.
So what do you think about moving in?
I think it might get a bit crowded.
Yeah, well, with Co.
Yeah, but it's like living with your mum. It's a bit...
A bit what?
Well, a bit like being back at school. Nick, I just feel like we're going backwards. I thought we were going to buy a place of our own.
Yeah, and we will, as soon as we can afford it. Anyway, my mum really likes you.
Not as much as she likes you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Nothing.
I said 14, not 40. 14 Station Avenue. Just get your ears fringed.
Morning all, everything's shipshape?
Aye, Captain.
Back then. Oh, of course we're back. It's a big day tomorrow, wedding of the century.
Excited.
Come here, miss.
Right, now, what are your stag do plans?
No plans, quiet drink with the brother, and he's paying because I am skint.
Come over to ours.
Sure?
Yes.
Oh, don't worry, I'm going out with some mates. Unless you want some adult entertainment. I believe it's traditional to have a stripper at these events.
Oh, thank you. There'll be no stripping.
Suppose, but...
Cheeky. So, what are your arrangements? Where are you staying tonight?
At the flat with Karen.
Oh, no. No, not the night before the wedding. Where's your sense of romance? You're not meant to see the bride, let alone... Right, I'm taking over. Right, now, you and your brother Andy, is it? You're staying at ours. No arguments. I mean, I can't believe you're so disorganised. What have you been doing while I've been away? Hmm?
Are you going to sit there all day?
Dunno, might do.
Did you clean the bath out after you used it?
I've just had a baby.
So, I'm told. Well, I might not be able to stop you turning your back on your baby, but I am not standing for having a ring of scum round my bath.
So Roy's run off then, has he? Left you holding baby.
No, he's gone to the register office to pick up a birth certificate. Does Mr. Baldwin know you're all here?
Well, he knows we're not in factory. We're on our tea break. He'll just have to lump it.
Yeah, some things are more important than knickers.
Indeed. Karen, you do realise this means I'm not going to be able to be bridesmaid now, don't you?
Ain't we? I know it's Friday the 13th. Don't be having a joke with me. Nothing is going to spoil this wedding. Do you hear me? Nothing.
I know, but I'm serious. I can't do it. I've got to think of patience.
Yeah, Ailey, I've been let down once. It's not going to happen again. You've got your dress, I've organised my groupings, and if you don't come, well, all my photographs are going to be thrown off balance, so Roy will look after her, it's only an hour. If you want to sneak off after, then I'm not going to be offended.
That's right.
Yeah, good girl. And, well, put your foot down, because you're a mum now.
There we go. All done.
So that's it then.
Oh yes, that's all legal now.
Thank you. Thank you very much. You have beautiful handwriting. It's quite beautiful.
Anyone would think they'd never seen a baby before. I mean, why does life have to stop just because a baby comes along?
I thought you said Hayley was still going to be one of the bridesmaids.
Yeah, she is, but I had to bully her into it.
So they seem happy then, do they, the croppers?
Happy? Hayley's got a permanent grin tattooed across her face.
You see? I said we'd find him in here.
Yeah. Mom!
Hello, darling. Ooh.
Andy, the brother.
All right, Karen.
Oh.
Mom, you're squeezing me now.
Oh, you big baby.
Brother. Hey up, mate. How are you, mate? I'm happy to see you. How are you doing? Yeah?
Karen, how are you? Nervous?
No? Why should I be nervous?
So you found the B&B all right?
Yeah, all booked in, everything's
There's no
sorted.
need to be defensive.
I'm not being defensive.
Look, you two. There's plenty of time for fighting tomorrow.
Can I just say something? Look, I know we've had our ups and downs, but I think we should start again, today. After all, we both love him, don't we?
Yeah, so I'm marrying him.
So, can we put the past behind us?
Yeah, I can if you can.
Come here then, give us a hug.
It's your job to keep these two apart, by the way.
Oh, thank you very much. Patience. It's a lovely name.
Is she sleeping much?
When she feels like it.
You look tired.
We've had quite a few visitors today.
Well, I'm sorry. We'd better go.
No. We want people to come and see the baby. We are very proud of her.
And we're grateful to Tracy.
Have you thought about how you're going to explain to patients our unusual parental circumstances?
Honestly, as soon as she's old enough, we're going to tell her everything. She'll know that you're her grandparents.
And we hope you'll want to play as full a role as possible in her life.
You all right, Deirdre?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm fine. Now, you seem to have thought of everything. I'm sure you'll make very good parents.
Don't start me off.
Hey, have I got this right? You and Andy are going to Dev's, and Karen's taking all the girls back to your flat?
Yeah, that's right.
What about me?
I don't know. Well, all the lads might laugh at me, mightn't they, if I turn up with me mum on me stag night?
I thought you were just having a quiet drink.
We are. We might want to talk about man things, eh?
All right.
Yeah, fine.
Oh, thanks, man.
Move up.
This is nice.
Well, I just wanted to make sure everything went okay with the handover and everything. Did you get your money?
Yeah, I did. So we both got what we wanted, didn't we?
So, have you decided what you're going to do next?
No.
Well, I just wanted to give you this, anyway.
What's that?
Well, I'll call it a maternity pay bonus. Look, the thing is, if you want to stick around, then that's fine. Take as much time as you like. Any job at Streetcars is always there for you if you want.
Right, is that it then? Because I'm missing my programme.
Yeah, that's it.
Bye then.
Right, I've got it. I've got it.
Be careful, she could still be slippery.
Oh, she's not as slippery as you. You're absolutely soaked.
Oh, who'd have thought that one small baby could cause so much mess?
I'm not sure you cause more mess, or her.
I think we should try bathing her in the bathroom tomorrow.
Oh, that's a good idea. I'll tell you what, why don't you clean up in here and I'll go and get her gym jams on.
Can't I get her gym jams on? I've not seen her much today.
Right, don't tell me we're going to fight over who gets her ready for bed.
Well, we're not fighting, it's just my turn.
Well, if I do it tonight, you can do it the next 2 nights.
Yeah, but you've done all her feet and you held her in the bath.
You did a nappy.
I don't think one nappy is equal to 4 feeds, a bath and a bedtime.
We could do it together and clean up later.
It's only water.
I'll put a clean baby grow over it radiator so it's nice and warm.
Well, I'm very impressed, mate. You seem to have everything sorted. Your own business, nice wife. Hey, up it'll be kids next. How come everything's so easy for you, eh? What's your secret?
You don't know the half of it, mate.
Oh, really?
I came this close to turning the wedding of the year into the nightmare of the century.
Ah, now you see, that sounds a lot more like my brother.
Trust me, you don't want to know.
Oh, I do, mate. Come on.
You won't be able to handle it.
Well, you don't know what I can handle here these days.
I got Tracy Barlow pregnant, who stalked me and then cancelled my wedding behind my back. I've got a baby daughter nobody knows about that's being looked after by the croppers. Roy thinks he's the father, and so does his transsexual partner, Hayley.
How was your bingo?
I couldn't concentrate. You've been there all day?
Yeah, pretty much.
I've been thinking.
Listen, Gran, I'm sorry about today, yeah. I'm going to do the shopping tomorrow and I'll clear my stuff up in there.
There's no need to.
No, really, I think I should do more around the house.
I want you out.
You what?
The whole point of this house was to give you somewhere safe to raise the baby. Now, I've tried to accept your decision, and I'm sorry I can't. And I'm not prepared to pretend I'm happy when I'm not. I don't want you living in my house a moment longer. You move out as soon as you can. I'm going to bed.
So, how are we feeling this morning on a scale of 1 to 10, son? Nervous, terrified, or eject?
When you've done this kind of thing before, Dev, it's just another day, really.
Oh, was he always this cool?
He was always a good liar.
But the first time was just a registry office do, wasn't it? And then this country house and swans and
harps.
I can't believe you're doing this.
Watch me.
Oh, so you meant what you said then?
Every word.
I can't go back home.
Then go and find yourself somewhere else to live. Either way, I want you out of here by dinner time.
You gave me this house, Gran.
To raise a family in.
No strings attached, you said.
That was before I realised what a callous little trollop you really are.
I can't say that about me, Gran, and my granddaughter.
No, not anymore, you aren't.
But you knew from the start what I was intending to do.
I were hoping that your maternal instincts would get the better of you. More fool me.
Oh, right, so all you cared about was the baby.
No.
Well, you must have done, otherwise you wouldn't be doing what you're doing now.
I would have stuck by you come hell or high water. That's how much I cared.
Yeah, about your precious great-grandchild.
Yes, Tracy, my precious great-grandchild. Our own flesh and blood. Something you obviously have no understanding of.
I just popped round to see if I could do what. No, everything's fine, under control. You sure? Running errands, hair, makeup, I'm very good.
Right then. I won't be saying I'll be seeing you. It's obvious you can't stand the sight of me any longer.
It didn't have to be like this.
Oh, tell me about it.
Even if you'd kept that baby just a week, you'd have felt different.
Yeah, well, like they say, you can't turn back time, can you?
You wouldn't have been so blasé now about giving her away. You'd have been beside yourself with grief.
Yeah, well, maybe that's why I got rid of her.
You what?
Nothing.
What did you just say?
Look, I'm going now, Gran, okay?
You're thinking about her, aren't you? You love that little girl so much, you can't bear to admit it.
But just let me go.
Oh, you're acting tough. But all the time, your poor heart is breaking.
No, it's not.
You can't stop thinking about her, can you? Like it's part of you that's been cut off. It's the strongest you've ever felt about anyone, and you've thrown it all away.
Oh, stop it, Gran, I can't bear it.
I'm right, though, aren't I?
If you are.
I knew it. Now we're getting somewhere, at last.
Like Baldwin, better look out. Hello, Harry. Hiya.
Oh, yeah.
So, how did it go? Did they look nice for the wedding?
Yeah, pretty good. What's all this?
I took Nick shopping.
Yeah, Mum bought me a couple of new shirts. What do you think?
Yeah, nice.
Thought it might impress all those buyers he had to deal with.
Really?
So, what time are we going out for dinner?
About half an hour.
Okay, I'll go get ready.
Okay.
I thought you were looking at mortgages today.
Yeah, I can do that later.
What's all this about going out?
Well, I'm taking Mum out for dinner. You can come too.
Oh, that's all right then.
What's the problem?
Nick, you said we had no money.
Yeah, but...
I thought we were in a hurry to buy our own place.
And I thought you were spending this morning trying to do something about it. Is there like some secret agenda here?
Maria, don't be ridiculous.
No, what's going on?
You And how do you feel now?
I feel terrible. I just wish I hadn't done it. I want to hold her, Grant, and I want to care for her. I want her back. Oh, what have I done?
It's not a question of what you've done anymore. Are you serious about wanting her back?
Yes.
Then it's a question of what you do now.
Well, best man, hour to go. Yep. Everything sorted? Yeah, I think so. I've just got to check on the old limo, and that should be about it, mate. All right.
Okay, good. Hey, let me do that. Come here.
Thank you. I'll return the favour one day.
Cheeky.
Well, I'll get Karen to throw her the bouquet.
We ready then, Mr. Anahan?
Wow.
You don't look too bad yourself, scrubbed up.
Look, I think we're going to get off.
Okay.
Yeah. But I want to check the shop on the way there, but you've got the spare keys to look up.
Listen, thanks for everything, both of you.
Oh, it's a pleasure. Hope it goes well.
See ya.
I'm out earning it while you're out spending it.
I didn't spend anything.
No, but you're taking her out to dinner.
Yeah, because she just bought me a couple of really expensive shirts.
So, don't mean you have to buy her out back.
Plus, she's putting us up rent-free. The least I can do is say thank you.
Nick, I won't mind, but we stayed in last night because we were trying to save up. It's like she's trying to make you spend it so you never have out.
Maria, don't be stupid. She's trying to help us.
All right, well, maybe she's trying to say, oh, look what I can buy you, Nick, that Maria can't. Come back to Mummy.
I'm not listening to this.
What, turn it to the bone, is it?
So what was I supposed to say? Stick your shirts, Maria might get jealous. Right, come on. That'll be the limo. Well, will you accompany your son to his third wedding?
Third time lucky.
Blimey, you'll not find any chewing gum on these seats.
What now? Yeah, all right. I'm on my way. I'm going to have to catch you up. Mike's just got back up on business team in the factory.
Oh, why do you keep till Monday?
No, you know, Mike. I won't be a minute.
Okay. Everything all right?
Yeah, I think we've got everything, yes.
Good. Will she be warm enough?
We are prepared for all eventualities.
Gorgeous, Karen. Hey, Ailey, come on. It's a wedding to go to.
See ya.
See Karen, she looked amazing.
Seen Roy?
Yeah, he was in a taxi before he went with the baby. Why, is something wrong?
No, not really. I just need to speak to him about something, but it can wait.
Okay, see you later.
Where they're getting married?
Walcott Manor, I heard. Why?
Because I'm going to go to that wedding, and I'm going to get my baby back, and I'm going to do it now.
Oh, I didn't think it'd be as grand as this.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
Well, here's the last time you're going to marry her. You might as well make the most of it.
Last time as far as we know.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you look nice.
Everything all right? Karen here, is she?
Oh, yeah, she's just adding the finishing touches.
But have we got a vicar?
Oh, yes, we're going to need him.
I'll just go and check.
Excuse me.
Hello. Yeah. Oh, is she asleep?
Oh, yes.
How was she in the car?
Taking quite an interest. I made a note in her baby book. Our first car ride.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Haley, can I have a look at him?
Well, it's her, actually.
Oh, right. Oh, she's beautiful.
We think so.
And don't worry, I shall sit at the back. Should she make the slightest sound, I'll take her straight out.
I'm sure Karen will appreciate that.
Right, Vicar's in the chapel, just doing the old warm-up exercises.
Right, well, I'd better go say hello. I'll see you, Mum.
OK, good luck.
Listen, do you mind if I leave you to it? Because I'm supposed to be getting the bride ready.
No, of course.
No, you go on. Don't worry, we'll look after her. Now then, shall we find somewhere a bit more comfortable for you? Come on then.
Just like a proper church, innit?
Well, it's a chapel, but yeah.
Where's everybody else?
Not here yet, are they? Kick-off's not till 2.
All right. Come back in a bit then.
Do you know what?
Don't say you've changed your mind.
No, but... Well, that would be a bit of a laugh, though, wouldn't it? You're right, Ava. No. No, you know what? This wedding's made me realise just how much Steve must love me.
He must?
Yeah, all the money it's costing and the terrible time I've given him, because I have, you know. I talked about nothing else for months. I mean, it's amazing I haven't driven him away for good. But I haven't. And he's stuck with me. And he's done all this for me.
You must think you're worth it.
Yeah, well, I'm not. But I'm going to be. I'm going to pay him back for all this by being the best wife ever. Because that's what he deserves.
Right, I want you to wait here for me, yeah?
I thought he was going to the wedding.
No, I'm not. I've got to go in there and see someone who is, but I'll be straight back. Wait here.
Yeah, OK. You won't be long, will you?
No, I shouldn't be. I'm just collecting some that I've given away. But now I want back.
Nice place you got here, Stevie boy.
Not bad, is it?
Good.
Oh, no, excuse me.
What's the matter?
I'm not sure.
What are you doing here?
Oh, don't worry, I'm not going to spoil your precious wedding.
Too right, you're not. Now, come on, out.
Oh, excuse me, but you don't own this place.
No? Well, just for today, I get to decide who comes and who doesn't. And you're top of the list at them that don't.
Steve, listen to me. I'm not going to come anywhere near your wedding. I just really need to see Roy.
Well, you can do that any time, so why'd you have to do it here? And why'd you have to do it today?
Because I've only just made my mind up about
Yeah, well, so have I, so come on, out.
Something the matter?
Yeah. She's in, she shouldn't be, but she's just going there.
Oh dear, never mind, Tracy, another time.
You can't do this.
Yes, we can. We're gonna.
Get off! Look, you're being really stupid! I just want to see Roy!
Oh, you can see him some other time. Oh, who's that? Oh, that Patrick who's brought you, is he?
You're going to regret this!
I don't think so. Right, you can take you back again. Kitty!
Just say, boss, have a nice wedding.
I will do now.
You know, this is kidnapping, this is!
Yeah, take it home, son.
Were you allowed to ask what that was about?
No, I just didn't want her here, really. Look, I need a favour. I don't want Karen to find out about this.
She won't. Don't worry, mate.
Tracy? Tracy who?
Tracy who?
You seen Tracy?
No, Tracy.
Come on. What was all that about?
Stop!
Oh, what's the matter?
What the matter is, they're not going to treat me like that.
You scared me to death.
You better keep on driving in case they're watching. But then I want you to turn around and take me back. Only don't drive me up to the front door. Drop me off where they can't see me.
Oh, come on, Trace. You're going to get me the sack.
No, I'm not. Look, say a major. Say anything, but that's what we're doing. Oh, come on, Patrick, drive!
I suppose we're going to have to get used to this, aren't we? Seeing the croppers with our grandchild.
Perhaps we should try not thinking of it as our grandchild, just think of it as, well, Cropper's own baby, I suppose.
Think that'll work?
Probably not, no.
Still, I suppose we know that the croppers will do their best for her.
Oh, they'll be model parents.
Better than Tracy would have been, probably.
A lot better, yeah.
So it's the best arrangement all round, really.
Except for Grandma and Grandpa.
Yeah.
Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. If you'd like to make your way over to the chapel, we should be starting very soon. Okay. Thank you.
Right.
Tell you what, I won't be paying for our Katie's wedding, not if it's still a fella she's with her.
Do you have to?
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I know. It's nice, isn't it? Yeah, but I'm really scared. I've heard so much about the wedding, I'm terrified in case something goes wrong.
Now, we'll be all right at the back, won't we? Only we've got to be very quiet, even when your mum comes in. No noise.
Deirdre, don't you look nice?
Oh, get away. You've seen this before.
Yes, I know, but I thought it looked nice then.
So you're going to wait here? Patrick, I'm going to need you, please. Promise me you'll wait for me.
I'll wait for you.
Cheers, love.
You sure they said they'd ring?
Yes. Maybe the phones were okay. Okay, let's go.
Well, hang on a minute.
Hello? It's probably to say that he's run off. Say that, Fizz. Folk do.
Yeah,
Stop it,
right,
you
thanks.
two. They're waiting for us. Give me train!
I'd take your place if I were you. Right on away.
No, it's okay. I'm just having a look.
Why, you two secret. They all look the same to me. Oh, here we are. And just hold it there 1 minute. Big smiles. Happiest day, remember? And again, look, one more.
Just hold it down.
And the bridesmaids, split up a bit for me. That's it. Separate. Lean forward a bit, girls. You're a bit tall. Up one for the boys, thank you. And one more of the lovely, lovely lady. Thank you.
Right, great. Dignified. Shh.
Yeah, just about. Are you invited?
Yeah. Well, we found a snooker room and forgot what time it was.
Listen, if you're going in, will you do me a favour? Will you tell Roy Cropper that I want a word?
Roy Cropper?
Yeah, I'll wait here. You go and get him. Tell him to come out. You do that for me, won't you, Kirk?
I'd like to
Can
welcome
you?
you all to this ancient place of worship, where we are gathered today to witness the marriage of Steve and Karen, to pray for God's blessing upon them, to share their joy and...
Roy! Hey, Roy!
God is given that as
Tracy's outside. She wants a word with you.
in love and trust.
What's up to you?
So they shall be joined in heart, body,
thanks a lot,
and
Kirk.
mind, as Christ was joined with his bride, the church.
Roy, can you come outside, please?
The gift of marriage brings husband and wife together.
Sorry, can you just hang on a minute?
Just ignore her.
I can't.
I'm not having her spoiling our wedding.
Look, I'll sort it, don't worry.
What's she doing here?
Tracy, what do you think you're doing here?
What is it you want?
Right, you out. Come on, we told you once.
All I want to do is speak to Roy, then I'm going, that's it. Speak to him about what? About my baby.
Look, this is my brother's wedding day. Now get out. Come on, out. Now.
I will go when I have spoken to Roy.
You will go now. Yeah, come on.
Well, I'm sorry, it's too late. She's stopping with me and her dad. Oh, that's not her dad.
Shut up, I'm warning you.
Oh, you're warning me, are you? Why are you warning me? You're going to tell everyone who the real father is? Is that why you're warning me? We know who it is. What's the matter with you? No, you don't. You just think you do.
Shut up!
Because this is who the real father is. Bridegroom. Steve. Not Roy Cropper. Well, aren't you? Go on, tell her.
What did you just say?
Nothing, honey. She's just going now.
What did she say?
I said, Steve, that you're marrying is the baby's father.
You lying little whore.
Well, then why don't you ask him, Karen? Go on. Ask him.
Get out!
I'm going nowhere without my baby. Our baby? Oh, you don't seriously think I let that freak anywhere near me, did you?
Get out!
Spiteful. Not in a million
Evil
years.
little cow.
Not if he was the last man on earth.
We slept together.
Oh, you passed out on my bed. Big difference, pal.
You are alive!
wedding! Is it true? Tell the bride the truth, Steve.
Sorry. Karen. Let's go. Oi, you happy now, are you?
I won't be happy till I get my baby back.
Can you all sit down,
They've
please?
got my baby!
She's lying. She's just trying to trick us again.
Patrick, can you take us on, please, now?
I'm waiting for someone. An emergency. The clock's running.
Look, we've got to get out of here. I'm sure your customer will understand. Who is it?
Tracy Barlow.
Get in.
Hey, hang on.
Tracy's changed her mind. She's decided to stay.
Karen, let me in!
But they are kidnapping my baby! Hang on. If what she's saying is true... But it's not true.
And even if it was, it's a bit late to be getting all maternal now.
Shut up!
Tracy, stop it. Calm down.
You're showing yourself up.
Just let the croppers go.
Some kind of kick out of doing things like this.
Let them go. You've changed your tune, haven't you?
And you can stop it now!
In the name of God, stop this now! If you don't all calm down, I shall call the police. I'm warning you! Sit down! Sit!
It won't go in. I can't get it in.
It's all twisted. Give it here.
She's coming.
Drive off, Patrick.
The car seat's not secure.
I'll do it. Just drive off.
Are you sure she wants to stay?
Oh, please, just get us out of here. Please, just drive now.
Just one night while we were apart. Just let me in and I'll tell you about it, please. I am so sorry. Are you all right?
Am I all right? Am I all right? Am I all right? No, I'm not all right. I don't know what to do for the best. I don't know what order to cut you in first. You first, and then her first, or both of you together. How could you do this to me?
I'm sorry.
This was meant to be the best day of my life.
I know.
I planned it for months. I dreamt about it for most of my life. Everyone who ever meant anything to me is sat in the same room at the same time, sat where I've decided they're gonna sit. They're eating the food that I want them to eat. They're listening to music that I've chose. And just for one, Steve, there's been no expense spared. Because I wanted to be special. Just for one day. Not the girl at the back of the class, or some face in a crowd, or a number on a clocking card. I wanted to be the centre of attention. All eyes on me. Everyone looking at me.
Well, fair play to you, Ange. I won't miss this for the world.
Shut up.
You gotta feel sorry for him.
Yeah, well, anyone who gets involved with Tracy Barlow has only got themselves to blame. You should know.
Cheers, Eileen.
Why should you know? You're not telling me you and that girl.
Yeah, briefly, babe. It was one of my bigger mistakes.
Well, why didn't you tell me?
Well, you've seen it. It's not something you brag about.
Is it free?
Certainly is.
Oh, well, we'll have a couple of large ones then.
Oh, cheers.
And a lager for me.
Hey, do you think what Tracy said were true?
I don't know. Do you think if the wedding gets cancelled, it won't be a free bar?
I don't know.
Make it two, mate.
Do you think Steve really is the father of that mad woman's baby?
Oh. Excuse me, that's my daughter you're talking about.
Well, it makes more sense than Roy.
Oh, well, we can ask her ourselves now.
40 minutes the taxi's going to be. Can you believe that? What you said in there, is it true? Am I really a grandmother? Afraid so, yes.
I think you should leave, Tracy.
Yeah, well, I would if I could. But the croppers have taken my taxi as well as my baby. Dad, have you got the car?
No.
Oi! You, get out!
Oh, shut up, Janice.
You're not welcome here. You're a gatecrash, you love. Out!
Yeah, well, I'm going.
Hang on, you've got some explaining to do, lady.
Not now, eh?
Look, Liz! I know she's no angel.
You can say that again.
But your Steve's no better.
She's just ruined my son's wedding.
Well, by all accounts, you were against it anyway.
She handed her baby to somebody else.
Well, if your Steve had stood by her like he should have done...
Deirdre, there's been enough
Like
of this.
any decent man would have. And maybe she wouldn't have handed her baby over in the first place.
I mean, it's not like I've cheated on you. You dumped me. You'd left me. I was gutted, Karen. I didn't think I'd ever see you again, and then there was Tracy. Oh, Tracy's had a thing for me ever since we were in school together.
As you know.
But I've never been interested. But after you'd gone, after you'd left me, I thought, well, why not? And I still... Look, listen.
You haven't done anything wrong.
Look, I wish I hadn't slept with her. I wish I'd have used something. I didn't enjoy it. I was thinking of you the whole time.
It wasn't me that you got pregnant.
It was you that I wanted. I've only ever wanted you. But you left me. You'd gone for good as far as I knew. Then the next day, I find out you hadn't left with Carter at all. You'd grassed him up to Baldwin. And then Tracy was history. After one night, Tracy was history. And then I came looking for you, remember? I searched high and low for you. It didn't matter to me what had happened. I just wanted you back. I found you. I paid off your debts.
Why did you give her a job?
What?
If she was history, why would you give her a job?
What matters is we've got...
It's a woman that's fancied you since being at school, that you've admitted sleeping with. Why would you give her a job?
We needed a woman...
Because Dev didn't want it.
Well, that's precisely...
Hey, Tracy Barlow here. Any chance of a job? Dev, no! Steve McDonald, yeah! Come in, Tracy! You're telling me that there's nothing going on?
Look, I did it to wind Dev up!
No, you were looking after your tart! Your pregnant tart!
Look, she is not my tart! And if I'd known she was pregnant, I wouldn't have taken her on in the first... Look, I didn't find out till Christmas! Christmas Day, I swear! Well, by then she'd already told everybody it was Cropper's baby. It was too late to do anything about it.
Well, would this be Christmas Day yesterday? Would it the Chinese Christmas Day?
No.
Ah, Christmas Day. Christmas Day nearly 2 months ago when I caught you talking in the taxi office. Is that what you were talking about, was it?
I know I should have told you.
Yes, Steve, because I would have liked to have known before I walked down the aisle. But you know what? Fair enough, you're a busy man, and let's face it. By the way, I got some tart pregnant. It's a lot to squeeze into nearly 8 weeks.
Look, it seemed the best thing to do at the time.
Didn't you sack her after Christmas once you knew?
I couldn't just sack her.
No, you wanted to look after her.
No!
Yes, you did.
There's nothing to it.
Please, I've just been a fool. I've just been a stupid fool.
Karen, there is nothing going on between me and Tracy Barlow.
Will you go away?
It's Tracy.
Get lost, Tracy!
No, why don't you hang on a minute? Hey, why don't you come in? So come on. What have you got to say for yourself?
Are you all right?
I just want you both to know what happened before. I didn't come here today to do that.
Yeah, right.
I didn't.
You just couldn't stand to see me, Karen, happy, could you?
I came to get my baby back.
You scum, Barlow. Everybody knows it. So I haven't got a single friend in the world.
I'm so sorry that you're hurt, Steve. I'm sorry the way it came out anyway.
Is that it?
Yeah, just wait for my taxi, then I'll be out your hair. Looks nice, by the way. Look nice. Right, I'll be in touch with the arrangements.
What arrangements?
For the baby, when I get her back. I'm so sorry, Karen.
I'm not sorry.
Yes, I am.
You've never felt sorry for anybody in your life.
Well, I feel sorry for you.
You're a vicious, evil, vindictive cow. And you don't care about anybody but yourself.
Karen!
Don't try and defend us, Steve. Because I've got one of these for each of you.
You touched me with that, Karen. And I'll be suing you with criminal injury. As well as getting child support out of him.
Dead people can't sue, Tracy.
Karen, don't make it worse.
How can they be anyway?
Because she means it. When it comes to screwing money out of people, she does it very well.
Oh, as opposed to just screwing people. Ah! Karen, I didn't come here to hurt you.
No, you just came to hurt Roy and Hayley.
No. I came to get my baby back, but he wouldn't let me.
Was it any wonder?
And then he started having a go at me.
You're not dealing with Hayley now. You're dealing with a girl who grew up knowing how to use her heels. And I want the truth. I want to know exactly what went on between the two of you.
Well, you'd be lucky if you get the truth out of this one.
The truth is, Karen, you've had a narrow escape. At least you know what sort of man he is.
Really? What sort of man's that?
He's a scumbag.
You fancied him since you were at school, got yourself pregnant by him.
It was an accident.
You've been sniffing round him for months, got yourself a job with him, so you like scumbags, do you?
Well, it took me a while to get the measure of him.
How long have you been seeing each other?
I don't know, we were friends for a while.
One night it was.
One night and one morning, actually. It was enough to get me pregnant. You know, Karen, when he found out, he wanted me to get rid of it.
That is a lie.
I just didn't know what to do. In the end, I let him persuade me.
It had gone well past that stage before I knew anything about it.
Who's telling this story?
Yeah, and that's all it is, a story.
You know, I was all set to have an abortion, Karen. And then for some weird reason, Roy thought the baby was his.
Yeah, because she told him it was.
The next thing I know, Hayley's left him. He's tried to kill himself. Well, I couldn't go through with it then, could I, Karen? It'd be like having two deaths on my conscience.
Conscience? Don't make me laugh.
The Croppers, they can't have kids. Well, there's me not wanting one, but I can't go through with the abortion. It seemed like the simplest solution.
She did this for money. She sold her baby for money.
Yeah, well, they did offer me money, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and she took it.
You made me take it! After the baby was born, I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to go through with it. But my head was in bits, Karen. I've got Roy throwing money at me and he's forcing me to take it.
I didn't force you to do anything.
Came to see us in the hospital, didn't you? Admit it. Hours after the baby was born, he came to see us.
You asked me to come?
I told him that I didn't think I could go through with it. We talked about telling you about coming clean. But in the end, he told me to give the baby to him. Deny it. You can't, can you? I wish I hadn't listened to him, Karen, but I was scared of him.
Oh, she's twisting everything here now, Karen.
I have regretted it ever since.
She did it for money.
In the end, I just flipped. I couldn't stand being away from my daughter for one moment longer. So I came here to stand up to him and claim what is rightfully mine. But him and his brother, they tried to stop me. So I lost my temper. And you got hurt. And I am really sorry about that, Karen. But, you know, at least you know what sort of man he is before it's too late. Can I go now?
Look, she's just trying to split us up.
Shut up, Steve. Tracy. Just so that I can get this straight in my head. He tried to make you have an abortion. He made you pretend it was right. And then he made you give away your baby.
He put a lot of pressure on me, yeah. I was stuck between him and the Croppers. In the end, I lost sight of what I really wanted.
Right. It's just,
Now that I come to think about it, I mean, whenever I saw you two together at work or in the pub, you were all over him, flirting your eyelashes, laughing at his jokes. I mean, did he make you do that as well?
You can believe what you want, Karen.
I will.
But if you marry him, you're a bigger fool than I thought you were.
You don't believe it, do you?
I don't know what to believe, Steve.
But perhaps she just wanted to ruin the wedding. Perhaps it was Steve and Karen she really wanted to hurt.
Well, why would she want to do that?
I don't know. Suppose she's in love with Steve. She won't want him to get married. So she invents a pack of lies to stop the wedding and to get Patience back at the same time. That's the theory. We know she's a liar. We know she can't be trusted.
Why didn't Steve deny it?
I don't know. We could always run away.
Like we did with Wayne. Okay, that turned out.
What are we going to do?
I don't know.
It's ruined our wedding. Made us miserable. Destroyed the croppers. Can you imagine what the croppers are feeling right now?
I don't care what they're going through.
But surely you can see why I thought it was best that I kept it a secret from everyone.
You're going to stand by and watch while the croppers brought up your daughter? I mean, could you have done that?
I don't know. But all the palaver we had to go through. Getting divorced, not getting divorced, then getting divorced so we could do this. I just wanted us to be married, Karen. I just wanted to marry you. Before I had to think about anything else.
And have you ever had feelings for Tracy?
Oh, yeah. Hatred.
Well, there's a thin line between love and hate, isn't there, Steve?
I love you. We belong together. I mean, they could lock us in a completely empty room and you'd have us arguing about who sat where. But you made me laugh. You keep me on my toes, you turn me on something wicked. I'd never get bored. All I need is you, Karen. All I've ever wanted is you.
Maria, after what's happened today, after everything you've done to me.
Yeah, Karen, I'm begging you. Marry me.
This is supposed to be the most special day of my life, and it's been the worst, and that's down to you and that stupid cow that you went with.
Yeah, and I told you why you'd left. You were living with another bloke. Tracy meant nothing to me. She didn't then, she doesn't now, she never has. It was a one-off, it didn't mean anything. That's the truth.
Why didn't you just tell me about it? Why would you let me in for what happened today? Can't you understand how I felt when that woman came in and smashed up the wedding? It turned my world upside down and it has ruined everything that I believed in about me and you. You've just humiliated me in front of all my friends. You could have just stopped that from happening and just told me.
I was hoping that you didn't have to find out. Because
I knew how much it had hurt you. And if you don't believe anything else, Karen, please, I'm asking you, believe this. I have always tried to stop you from being hurt.
Yeah, you tried. I do believe that. But you have failed.
And I'm sorry. But I love you. And I always will. And I think you still love me.
Liz, can I have a word? I just want to assure you that Deirdre and I were as surprised as everybody else at Tracy's intervention.
Not as surprised as Karen. Or Steve.
No, of course not. But the point I'm making is it was a shock to us too.
Are you trying to tell me that you and Deirdre didn't know what she was up to? Because I don't believe you, Ken.
We accepted what she told us, that Roy Cropper was the father.
It makes no odds now what you knew and what you didn't. But I I know that your daughter did her nasty best to wreck my Steve's wedding and his life. Do you know, I'm surprised you're still here because you and your family are not wanted. Not after what Tracy's done.
It's just such a mess, Steve. Why did you have to go and do it on your own doorstep? What's life going to be like if we get married, eh? That baby. Your baby growing up across the road.
I'm not saying it'd be easy.
No, it'd be hopeless.
But we'd cope.
No, you might be able to. What about me? Every time I saw that kid, it'd be like a knife through me.
Well, then we can move away, get a new home.
It isn't just where we live, Steve. It's where I work. It's where you've got your business.
But together we could get through this, Karen. Together me and you can get through anything. I need you, Karen. I love you. I just wish you'd believe me.
I do believe you. I don't want Tracy Barlow to split us up because then she'll have won.
Then let's not give her the satisfaction, but that's not important right now. What's important is you and me. Us. So I'm asking you. And I want the truth. The real truth. Do you still love me?
Yes, I do. But help me.
Then that's all that matters. So, let's do what we came here to do. Let's get married.
I'm just so unhappy, Mum. I love Steve. I wanted him.
Yeah, well, you can forget that. There's no chance of that, even if there ever was.
Yeah, I know that now. I understand that. But I have got to get my baby back. You will help me, won't you?
I've told you I will.
There you are. I've been looking all over.
Listen, Ken, I think we ought to get Tracy home. You go back to the reception if you want.
Not a good idea. The name of Barlow is neither popular nor welcome right now. Come on, let's go home. We've a lot to talk about.
You look so right with her, Roy. You make a wonderful father.
I'm not, though. I wanted to be her father. I thought I was her father. And that was a wonderful feeling. But Tracy Barlow's taken that away from me.
But like you said, she might be lying. You can't believe a word she says. Little patience. She might be a little girl after all.
I don't think so. When Tracy said what she said about who the father was, I don't know why exactly, and I don't know how, but somehow I knew that it was the truth.
The truth is, that child needs love and a proper home and people who do anything at all for her.
Well, I think if you had any friends left round here, Tracy, they won't be your friends after today.
Ken, don't get on at her.
Don't get on at her. After what she's done today, you think there's nothing to say?
I think there's plenty to say, but...
The understatement of the decade. She's wrecked a wedding day, wrecked a marriage too, I shouldn't wonder. Broken Roy Cropper's heart, if I'm any judge. I saw his face when Tracy dropped the little bombshell. The man was totally destroyed.
Well, I am sorry. No, I really am. I didn't go there to hurt anybody. I
think you knew exactly what you were doing. Because as far as I can see, hurting people is the one thing that you do really well. You're a black belt at hurting people.
Ken, just ease up on her, will you? She's just had a baby. Her emotions are all over the place, and she needs our help. She's just told you she wants the baby back.
Yes, well, there's been far too much of what Tracy wants. It's high time she showed a bit of consideration for other people.
That's exactly what she's doing. She's thinking about the baby. She knows she was wrong to give it to the Croppers, and now she wants her back. And I agree with her, because I know what she's going through. And I know that that baby should be with her mother.
Are you all right, love? What's going on? What's happening?
Do you want to tell him, or shall I?
No, you tell him.
We've decided to go through with the wedding. Oh, good for you.
Oh, I'm happy for you. I know he cares about you.
I know you two are meant for each other despite what he did.
You both sure about this?
I'm sure enough for the two of us.
Come on. Right.
A women's football team? You're having me on.
No. Lots of women play football, including me. I'm rather good. I'd just really love to get a five-a-side team going at work, you know, raise a bit of money for charity maybe, have some fun. How's about it, Fizz? I'm not going to ask again.
All right, if it'll stop you banging on about it.
How about you, Janice?
Me? Oh, go on then. If it's for charity, I'll make a fool of myself. I'm getting a beer.
The vows which you are about to take are to be made in the presence of God, who is judge of all and who knows all the secrets of our hearts. Therefore, if either of you know of any reason why you should not lawfully be married, you must declare it now. Stephen James, will you take Karen to be your wife? Will you love her, comfort her, honor and protect her, and forsaking all others, be faithful to her as long as you both shall live?
I will.
Karen, will you take Stephen James to be your husband? Will you love him, comfort him, honor and protect him, and forsaking all others, be faithful to him as long as you both shall live?
I will. I've known Tracy Barlow all her life, ever since she was a baby. She was a lovely little girl. Whatever's turned her into a marriage wrecker, I'll never know.
What the hell did you see in her, Dev? Must have been serious if you were living together.
Darling, I've already told you Tracy Barlow is not the kind of woman that you marry.
So what sort do you marry?
Well, since you're asking your sort, I suppose I'll just get some drinks. Tom? Bar?
Those whom God has joined together, let no one put asunder.
Can I have a little bit of hush, please?
Don't keep harping on love.
Thank you. Now, I know we've had a few problems today, but I'm very pleased to say, could you now please welcome Mr. and Mrs. McDonald?
Did he say Mr. and Mrs.?
They are married!
Right, well, we can all start celebrating now. Now I see you've already started without me.
Tracy Barlow was speaking the truth, and I believe she was. You realise what else this means, Hayley?
No, I'm not sure what you're getting at.
It means I never had relations with her.
Well, I never believed you did. At least not until we found out she was pregnant.
Well, I believed her. When she swore that's what had happened, I believed her. And it all but killed our relationship. And I hated myself for betraying you and the trust you had of me. And I all but killed myself. All this misery, Hayley, because of that woman's lies.
I think she's evil, Roy. I really do.
She seems incapable of being happy and unable to bear the sight of happiness in others. I mean, perhaps she can't help being the way she is.
Oh, she can help it. She doesn't have to do these terrible things. No, if you ask me, she actually enjoys inflicting pain on people.
I expect you're right, but either way, I don't believe she's the sort of person who should be bringing up a baby.
No. You have to keep little patience, Roy. You have to.
Well, first of all, I'd like to thank you all for coming today. And secondly, we'd like to apologise for disappearing like we did and neglecting you. But it had to be done because I was on the verge of losing Karen. And if I had, then I'd have lost everything. See, that's how I feel about her. And I can almost hear Kirk thinking, you soppy get. Stood up here in front of all these people, saying how much I care about her, saying how much I love her. And at one point, I'd have agreed with you, mate. But not anymore. Now I see different. Thanks, babe. I know I don't deserve you. But from now on, I'm never going to stop loving you.
I'm going to say something as well. I know brides aren't meant to, but I'm going to do it anyway. Right, I'm not very good at speaking.
Oh, you are? We can never shut you up.
No, you know what I mean. Okay, well, today's been one hell of a day, and it's not really the day that I dreamt about or thought about or talked about, because I know I've drove some of my mates half mad going on about how this wedding's going to be out of this world, and, well, it was certainly that, not in the way that I expected. Hey, but you know what, right? I found something out. That all this fancy stuff, you know, posh place, posh trappings, well, it just took me out. Gosh, your bum did it, babe. Let me find that out. No, what really matters is me and Steve making a promise and keeping it. Through good times and bad, till death do us part. And, well, that's what we're gonna do.
You know, it's just dawned on me. We haven't actually eaten since breakfast. Have you had anything, Tracy?
No, but I'm not hungry.
Oh, you must eat, Tracy.
Look, I think we should go to the croppers now and get my baby back. I mean, what are we waiting for?
Hang on. Just think about that for a second. Now, the croppers have had a terrible shock today, and my guess is that right now they're trying to come to terms with it. So I suggest we let them sleep on it, and then by tomorrow they'll be in a much more reasonable state of mind.
I think your dad's right, Tracy. We'll get your baby back, but we'll do it without a shouting match.
I think that will be the kindest thing to do.
Who to? Not me.
To everybody, including you, Tracy. Now, come on, let's have something to eat. You need to eat to build your strength, though. Now you're going to have a baby to look after.
Ah, right, what do you fancy? I think there's some sausages in the fridge.
Well, we seem to be all right for eggs. Supposing I cook us all some omelettes.
Sounds good to me.
Right, how does an omelette go?
I want my baby! Give me my baby back!
Right. Shut the curtains. She might go away.
If we do that, she'll know we're here.
I want her!
Don't do this,
Look, we'll get your baby back, but not this one.
Mum, I just want her!
I know you do, love.
We'll get her in the morning. We'll get her in the morning.
I'll be back, Cropper! You can't keep her! She's mine!
Look at Patience, Roy. She's slept through the night like she's not got a care in the world. That's how it should be. That's how we've got to make sure it will be.
I've put a sign on the door. Closed until further notice. Family reasons. With the appropriate, we wish our customers will not be too inconvenienced.
What about Sarah and Vera?
Oh, well, they can read. Look, I'm sorry, Hayley. I know I should follow proper procedure and poem, but I'm simply not up to lying to anyone at the moment.
What would you be lying about?
That I'm the father of this little lovely.
You are the father, Roy. You're the only parent who's been with her, loving her and caring for her every step of the way. I don't care what anybody says, you are the true father.
Right, let's away, soon as I get my coat on.
Look, he doesn't need all of us.
Ken!
I don't see the need to go mob-handed like this. They're reasonable people. They just need talking to quietly.
They won't even answer the phone. How are we supposed to talk to him?
Just call the police. This is abduction. It's kidnapping. Let them smash the door down.
Don't call the police. That's the last thing we want.
I'll call in the army if that's what it takes to get my baby back.
All right, look, let's just all calm down and try to think what's in the best interest of little Patience.
That's not her name. I hate that name. How dare they name a little girl? I'm going round there and I'm going to get her back. No matter what it takes.
Ring me.
Yes, I will.
As soon as you land. Okay.
Hey! You! Listen, you no good little tart. Don't you go thinking you've ruined my Steve's life with your dirty little games. He's off. On his honeymoon. Without even so much as a thought for the likes of you.
The wedding went ahead.
Yeah. No thanks to you lot.
See you later.
Hold your horses a minute. Where are you going?
Lunch date.
Yeah, well, wasn't that with me?
No, I'm going to meet up with an old friend.
They're not going to go away. They have to be faced. You stay here with Patience, I'll go tell them.
We're not, love. I promise you. Where is she? Where is she?
You're not to go upstairs.
Why not?
Because she's not yours. You gave her to us. You can't take her back.
No! No! Come on. Come on. Calm down.
Oh, good. We can't, Ken. We can't, in all honesty, surrender a tiny, innocent little child to a woman like that.
No!
I am responsible. I'd never be able to forgive myself.
She's got nothing to do with you.
I am responsible, Ken. You understand?
You have no rights, none at all.
You're mistaken there, Blanche. I have a moral right, if nothing else. I am morally responsible for the welfare of that child. And nobody's going to stop me.
Roy, you have got to give Tracy her child back. There's no way round it. I mean, whatever you say, I know she's no angel, but she gave you the baby because she thought it was the best thing, but she's a mother. You can't keep a child from its mother.
Hayley!
I couldn't stay away. Deirdre, you have no idea who that daughter of yours is, do you?
What?
She didn't give us the baby. She sold her to us. And she got a very good price.
What are you talking about?
Don't listen to her, Mum.
What price?
£25,000.
What?
That's what we paid for her. She's a tough little businesswoman, your daughter. 25,000. Now, I'd like you all to leave, please. It's time for Patience's feed.
Tracy, this isn't true, is it?
She's not called Patience.
Tracy, deny it.
We'd like you to go now, please.
Mum!
What are you all waiting for? Didn't you hear him? Come on! Get out! Out! All of you! Get out of our lives and stay out!
Come on. Come on.
No.
Just get out.
You sold your own baby to a man you tricked into believing he was the father. You sold your own baby.
I'm sorry.
Oh, you're sorry. Oh, well, that makes everything all right then, doesn't it? You're sorry now. So let's just forget it. Let bygones be bygones. Until the next time you run short of a bob or two and you put it up for sale again.
I wouldn't. Give her a chance, Deirdre. I know what she's done is awful, but she's changed now. Now she's become a mother.
Don't tell me you're on her side. Where are you going?
I need some fresh air.
Oh, I don't know, Tracy. I just don't know.
What do you want?
I'd like a nice strong cup of tea, please.
We're not open.
I'm not a customer, Roy. I'm a friend.
My advice to you, he's best left alone like a tortoise.
To pay you back every last penny, Roy. I mean, even Tracy didn't have time to spend most of it. And the rest, well, we'll scrape it together somehow.
It's not the money, Ken, it's the child.
Roy, you've no chance. You know that.
I am the rightful father. Morally.
That's not the point.
Isn't it? We're going to keep her.
Roy, they'll come and take her away. You don't have a leg to stand on, you know that. You're not the father. Roy, listen to me, please. Whatever you and I might think about the rights and wrongs here, in the real world it won't make a scrap of difference. Tracy, the rightful mother, wants her baby back. That's it. That's all that counts. You're going to have to give her up.
And what's best for Patience, Ken? Can you put your hand on your heart and say that it's really Tracy?
The problem is, Roy, that isn't the question.
Here we go on our little outing. Thank you. Will you come with us? No. Right. Come on then, Patience. It's just a little stroll. It won't be time to catch cold.
Tracy?
The pram, it takes a little time to understand how it folds. There's a little lever down the side here. All you have to do is pull it.
I'm very sorry, Roy.
It's actually quite simple, once you get the hang of it.
See, this place wants seeing to, and quick.
What happened to the arrest?
God didn't have Penny King coming to lunch and a beef Wellington to cook. Now you get on with it. Sharpish!
Let me get that for you, madam.
Thank you.
Good morning to you.
Morning.
Is it true what I heard? Is she trying to get the baby back off Roy and Haley?
Who's that? Kieran.
You've got her?
I'll go and put the kettle on.
I thought it was Steve MacDonald you wanted, not the baby.
Yeah, well, I've seen the light since then.
Well, it's a shame you didn't see the light before you turned Roy and Haley's life upside down.
Oh, look, if it ain't the mother of the year.
If I want your opinion, love, I'll ask for it.
You should have had a sleep in.
Got used to getting up early these last few mornings.
I hope Patience had a good night. She will have been disconcerted, sleeping in a strange house.
She'll be wondering why we left her.
Although she will recognise Tracy's voice. Tests have been done that prove that babies can hear in the womb. That they can even recognise pieces of music.
And that makes it all right, does it?
They are very resilient children.
You should never have handed her over.
Well, what else could I do? I'm not the father Steve MacDonald is.
Nobody could love her or look after her like we could.
Tracy must feel some affinity for Patience. Otherwise she wouldn't have wanted her back. She must have feelings for her. She's her mother.
Of course. Something I can never be. I'm going to get dressed.
A child should never be parted from its mother. You belong together.
It's just with me going off to Mrs. Stamford's the other day. Hello, Josh. I wanted to make up my hours.
Claire, it's your Sunday.
I don't mind. I love it here. With Joshua, I mean.
Well, actually, I was meant to be going out.
Oh.
Hi, Claire!
Hello, Mr. Elliot.
Yeah, my dad's got this date, so he's cooking dinner for this woman. So to make myself scarce. I'm just going to nip in town, get our Josh some new shoes.
I'll let you go then.
Oh, but why don't you come with us?
Me?
Well, just give us a second opinion.
I'd love to.
Smashing, I'll get me coat.
I've just been round there now.
Is Patience all right?
Oh, she's fine, she's fine. Although I don't think Tracy had a very good night.
My heart bleeds for her.
It's the wonder she can sleep at all. She's a lot on her conscience.
Look, I know how you both must be feeling. I mean, You've been through hell over the last few months. Nobody's denying that.
She's twisted. Evil.
But Tracy, more than anybody, wishes it hadn't happened. I mean, she's genuinely sorry for what she's done.
You have to have kindness in you to be sorry. Kindness and compassion. She doesn't know the meaning of the word.
What she has done is unforgivable.
To let us take Patience, to look after her, to love her, and then to demand it back.
Well, if it's any consolation, you've done the right thing.
I'm sorry.
You hear that, Roy? Ken Boileau, pillar of the community, says we've done the right thing.
How can giving Patience back to that monster be the right thing?
Because Tracy is the baby's mother. She belongs with her.
A mother who sleeps with someone for a bet, who gets herself pregnant, then lies about the father in order to procure money. We had to pay her not to have an abortion. £5,000. £5,000 for a child's life.
Yes, well, I've already told you, Roy. We'll make sure you get the money back.
What?
Every penny.
Get out!
Roy.
You think that's what this is about,
No,
money?
of course not.
Get out! Look, out! Get out!
But Roy,
Ouch! 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 Ouch!
You seen Dev?
Why have you lost him?
No.
He hasn't gone and stood you up, has he?
Better not have done.
And to think what he was like when he was with Sunita. Never let her out of his sight.
Neither would you, as I recall. Till she had second thoughts on your wedding day.
Ouch.
Any regrets?
Nah, not really. I'm not the marrying type. Not like your man, Dev.
Dev? No, he is the marrying kind.
Yeah. He loves a wedding, doesn't he?
Do you know? You tell me.
That man would ask his own mother to marry him.
What?
Well, you know he was engaged to a barmaid here before he even started chasing Sunita. And they're the only two that I know of.
And is there anyone in your life now?
Ashley. And our little Joshua.
I mean a girlfriend, or whatever you call it when you...
Maybe the wrong side of 50. No, no one. I'm not good at this relationship, like.
Cheers.
So this barmaid... How old was she?
I don't know. Never really asked her.
Oh, what was she like? Blonde, brunette?
I'll tell you what. Why don't you ask the man himself? Because he's just walked in.
I don't want to. I want to stay here with you.
Flattery will get you everywhere.
Really, I must remember that.
Right. Sorry I'm late. Come on. Mwah.
I've only been here an hour and a half.
Right, listen, I had to help out in one of the shops.
What was she called?
Who?
Don't worry, Dev. I've been looking after the lady.
You never told me Kieran was such good company.
What?
Kieran, we bonded. He's been looking after me.
Actually, he's immoral, untrustworthy.
Handsome.
Liar.
Well, then, he's in good company. Same again, please, sweetheart.
And what about the gentleman?
Nothing.
Suit yourself.
What is this?
What?
What, are you trying to wind me up?
Sorry?
Well, you know how I feel about a man. You're practically throwing yourself at him.
What is this, Dave? Green-eyed monster? Lighten up. It's not like we've made any promises.
Hang on, where did this come from? We were getting on fine when I left the flat this morning.
Well, that was then, and this is now. Come on, Dad. Admit it. As far as you're concerned, commitment is a dirty word.
How many you had?
Drinks or fiancés.
You lost me.
And if you're not careful, you're going to lose me going home.
Maya. Maya!
Oi, Alahan. Where do you think you're going? £2.80, please.
You're a lovely man, Fred. A great friend. Oh, and a wonderful cook. Thank you.
Hiya.
Hi. Mama. Are you off home? Yes, and lovely to meet you both. And you, Joshua.
Oh, nice to meet you too.
Well, I'll see you in the morning.
10:30 sharp.
Oh. Bye.
See ya.
You going anywhere nice?
On holiday?
Who's Gina?
What?
Gina? You kind of forgotten how you were engaged to be married.
Is that what this is about? What, like an old girlfriend?
Oh, she wasn't just an old girlfriend. You wanted to spend the rest of your life with her.
Just like you wanted to spend the rest of your life with Sunita. How many more are there, eh? How many more skeletons are going to fall out of your closet?
Maya,
Don't.
Baby, this is just insecurity.
Don't patronise me.
All right, I admit I've had other women, I've had other relationships, but so have you.
You just don't get it, do you? This isn't about other women. It's about you and me. Commitment. Loving someone so much, it's till death do us part.
No, I do love you. I want to be with you.
I'm sorry, Dev, I don't believe you.
I suppose Ken wanted to apologise.
Trying to salve his conscience, more like. Blood is thicker than water, Hayley. His loyalties lie with Tracy, not with us. What are you doing?
I can't have this stuff hanging round anymore. What we can't take back, I'm going to take to a charity shop. Someone might as well see benefit of it.
I think we should hang on to it.
What?
I gave up Patience without a fight. You were right, and I'll never forgive myself for that, but perhaps it's not too late.
I don't know whether I've got any fight left in me.
We have to fight, Hayley, for the sake of our daughter. I married Tracy to get some degree of parental responsibility. My name is on the birth certificate as Patience's father.
Yeah, but you're not a father.
But it doesn't matter. We make better parents than Tracy ever could. We just have to make people see that.
But how? She's got the baby and we've got nothing.
No, she hasn't won yet. We still do have something. We have the truth.
What do you mean?
We know what really happened. The time has come for us to tell people. We kept our mouths shut, and where's it got us?
But we agreed. We said to Tracy we wouldn't tell anybody.
Yes, that she threatened to kill her own baby, that she blackmailed us, that she sold us Patience, then snatched her back again. How can we keep that to ourselves? What court is going to think that she is a fit person to bring up a child?
Do you really think it could work? Do you think if people knew what really happened, we'd have a chance?
We have to try, Hayley. We have to tell the world the truth and make them see what Tracy is really like. It's the only way we can get Patience back.
Look, Gina was a long time ago.
Don't want to hear it.
Well, we've got to talk eventually. No? Right. Well, I better make a list of all my ex-girlfriends who's going to be like this every time.
So, how are we going to go about it? If we're going to tell the world the truth, then we need to know what we're doing.
Yes, I know.
Oh, right, don't tell me you've changed your mind. You were all for it last night.
I thought you were against it, though.
Well, I was, but I got thinking in the night and I decided you were right.
Yes, and I've been thinking about it too, and I'm not so sure anymore. I mean, well, stooping to her level, it's so cheap and demeaning.
Well, I'd rather be a cheap winner than a proud loser.
So what do you think?
Very nice. Do you bring Gina here?
Now, don't spoil it. Right?
Sorry, below the belt.
Yeah. And the answer is no, since you asked.
Oh, I'm sorry I went off the one last night.
Just glad that we sorted it out.
Pressed the wrong button.
I can understand that.
All the times I've let myself get close to someone and then been let down.
That's not going to happen with me. You know that, don't you?
How can you be sure?
Well, we can never be sure about anything.
Talk's cheap, isn't it?
Do you think I'm making this up?
No.
You've got everything I want in a woman. Now, why would I want to spoil that? Hey. I'm crazy about your baby. All right, and I know that sounds naff, but...
Naff isn't always bad, as long as it's honest.
I think that we are on the edge of something big here.
So how did you get on?
Not good.
Why? What happened?
Oh, she's still asleep, I'll leave her. Well, I did only have 17 grand in the bank.
Well, you knew that, didn't you?
Yeah, well, I was hoping there might be a bit of interest, couple of hundred when it was due.
So, did you draw it out?
Yeah, I got a cheque, but then I went to the registry office.
And?
This is going to be a complete nightmare.
Why?
Getting the baby's birth certificate changed once she's been registered. You've got to write to some bloke in Southport, like Registrar General or something. And then they've got to make Steve have a DNA test to prove he's a father.
No.
Yeah, and even then they can't force him.
But that'll take forever.
Maya, you all right?
Come outside. I've something to show you.
What?
I'm in reception.
What are you doing there, babe?
Where the lady is.
Yeah, but what's going on? I'm just about to get the bill.
Well, if you don't want to have fun, that's up to you.
Mm.
There's no one around out here. You won't regret it.
I'm on my way. I'm back in a tick. Where are you?
Outside.
I thought you said reception.
By the car. I'm all ready for you.
Get in.
I don't understand.
Quick, before they see us.
What are you doing, babe?
What, you'd never run off without paying?
No, I haven't.
It's fun. You haven't left anything behind, have you?
No,
No,
but...
so come on, live for a change. I'll go without you.
No, this is completely out of order. You can't do these things. Maya!
10, 9, 8,
Get out of this car!
6. I'll go this time, I mean it. 5, 4.
This is madness!
That's why it's fun. 2, 1.
Hang on!
Hi, Liz.
Don't look so worried. They don't know where we live, do they?
Boiling mad.
Oh, lighten up.
Listen, we've still got time, so why don't we just pull over, we turn around and go back. Slow down. Not too fast. Fine, well, I'll just pay on the phone when we get home, yeah?
Why?
Why? Because I'm not a juvenile delinquent, and that's why. You know, this is the vase thing all over again.
I know, but you provoked me.
Me?
Oh,
how?
Little Sammy Slowcoach not getting down to business. This is how fast you should have been going. There's me, all ready for you to pop the question, and all you do is ask for the bill.
Pop what question?
You said you'd give me a day I'd never forget.
What, you want me to propose to you? What, now?
Just have to do it myself. It's a leap year after all. Will you marry me, Deb?
Why don't you slow down and we will talk about this. Maya, you're going to kill us.
Well, then hurry up and answer the question. Say yes, Deb. I'm going to keep on putting my foot down till you do.
For God's sake, just slow down.
Come on, Deb, live a little.
But what the hell are you playing at?
I'm taking our relationship up again.
Listen, slow it down.
Don't be such a spoiled sport.
Look out!
Know what they call it? Great leg squeeze.
All right, you win, okay?
What was that?
Look, I'll marry you now. Will you please take your foot off the accelerator?
What's left to us part?
Yeah, we're just going to be any second now. Will you just please slow down? Just slow down.
Well, like I said, there's no rush to get back across the road.
Nerves are the preserve of the bride.
And then that little dicing with death stunt.
Well, you said yourself you shilly-shallied with Gina. I was just giving you a push. Let's see, Elvis Chapel in Vegas or grade 2 listed with full bells and whistles.
Why don't we do both?
That's more like it. I'll make a groom of you yet, Alahan.
Oh, come on, a pizza or something.
Maria, she's cooked for us now.
So let's stick it in the freezer.
Expiry. I don't know. Yeah, okay, 01, 05. Great. No, my apologies again. Okay, thank you very much.
So, no warrant out for our arrest, non-payment of bread and butter pudding.
I have to do a lot of grovelling.
I suppose you've got a bottle of bubbly stashed away, have you? What?
What?
Oh, Dev, don't spoil it.
But it was a crazy thing you did back there.
Look, why don't I pop out and grab us a bottle of something to celebrate with? It'll relax you.
Yeah. You could have killed us both.
Don't be such a drama queen.
Excuse me, first you make me do a runner.
Calm down.
And then you drive, and I use that term loosely, at 90 miles an hour down a country lane, because if I don't walk you up the aisle, then you will carry me up here in a coffin.
It was a bit of fun. Nobody died, so why the post-mortem?
Because it is not normal behaviour.
I should hope not. Look, with your track record, we'd have been, packing Zimmer frames for our honeymoon, and you were making all the right noises.
Yeah, like stop. Please slow down.
Like you love me. Like we have a future together. I wasn't totally off beam.
So what was that? A kick up the Jacksy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I focused your mind.
But what, nearly splashing it on a highway?
He'd have proposed at some point. It was inevitable. I condensed the timescale, that's all.
Inevitable.
Yeah, actually. Sorry, I don't do coy. You're nuts about me.
You're just nuts, full stop.
It's not a social call.
Where's the baby?
Home alone with a box of matches.
Not beyond the realms.
How is she?
It's payback time. 17 grand, I'll pay the rest in instalments.
Well, you might change your mind once the novelty's worn off.
Keep clutching at them straws, Hayley. Are you going to take this or what? Well, you better cash it or else I'll take it out in copper and I'll shove it through your letterbox.
How is Patience?
At home with a great-grandmother, you know, flesh and blood.
Is she sleeping all right?
Yeah.
Drinking all of the formula?
You better cash that within a week.
We miss our daughter.
The penny never drops, does it? She's mine and Steve's.
I wonder how his honeymoon's going.
I could give her flying fruit.
We would like some access to Patience.
Dad's. How does a wave across the street sound?
Wholly inadequate, which is why we're putting legal wheels in motion.
Does the phrase cat in hell's mean out to you?
I think we better go.
Yeah. Amy will be wanting a bottle. Oh, sorry, I forgot to tell you I'm changing her name by Deepole. Shall I tell Amy you love her?
Oh, I'm sorry, I've given you a fright.
It's starting to stack up. The vase, telling me to sack Sunita, there's Gina fixation.
I didn't know she existed until yesterday.
How's your head?
Still banging. It's been ages.
Things to see to. I bumped into Liz MacDonald. No, we really should try and eat something.
And?
Oh, she says that she doesn't know how Steve will get his head around seeing Patience grow up yards away.
Does she think we'll like it any better? Amy. You mean Amy?
I mean Patience. She's convinced they want access. Says he's kidding himself that he can carry on as normal.
She's right. At least we know our lives are ruined.
It was very dangerous. And worst of all, it was very manipulative.
Hallelujah.
You don't need this. How was the salon?
Oh, your mum was on one because I was late back off from dinner hour.
Yeah, maybe she thinks taking advantages because you're one of the family now.
Yeah, I was like, Audrey, you try getting round all the estate agents in an hour.
I never mentioned it before.
Oh, sorry. Didn't realise you were taking notes.
What's all this?
There's loads of one-bedroom flats going.
Yeah, and they're all out of our price range.
Not to buy, you clown, to rent.
Thought you were saving up for a deposit.
We are. Let's just talk about this later, okay?
Yeah, well, it is better to buy, but it's like Audrey said, if the market's outperforming the interest rate, what's the point in saving? Shall I make us a brew?
So why spoil things? I mean, rush things.
What?
So what the hell was that?
It's two lovers making up after a tiff.
Lovers?
Yeah.
Engaged lovers?
No.
Oh,
Year zero, remember? You said it.
a lot of things have been said today, including the L word.
Well, give me strength. I do love you.
But not enough.
No, not long enough. We just need a little bit more time.
To evolve. I'm such an idiot.
You want to call it engaged? We'll call it engaged.
Yeah, I won't call it a day.
Now, hang on. No, I thought we agreed to take things slowly. So why don't we just enjoy the night? Let's just chill.
Live in the moment, eh?
We could do a lot worse.
Oh, and one day, a month, a year, 5 years from now, you'll be pricing up a tin of beans and it'll suddenly hit you that you're ready for commitment and you're ready to take me on.
Yes! You know, I hate it when you're sniffy about my livelihood. At least it's honest.
which is more than can be said for me. Nice touch.
Hey, do you remember that time you in the back, Rotten? I'm afraid I don't, no.
Piccadilly Station, please.
Rotten he was, you old fella. Our train leaves in 23 minutes. Yeah, no problem. Hey, me and Tracy has to get him out the back. Totally out of the game he was.
Amy. Why not Blanche or even Deirdre?
Because it'd be even more cruel than calling her Tracy.
Oh, I'll have you know it was all the rage in 77.
Oh, yeah, and so were curly perms.
Kevin Keegan, yeah.
Who?
No, Amy's a lovely name, isn't it? Precious.
This is crazy.
Bye, Dev.
I'll call you tomorrow. No, I'll...
See, I'm an excellent driver. I would never have hurt you.
But you have.
I'm sorry for everything. I was a bit hasty last night.
I disagree. Because you've done something you're an expert at. You move things on, got things going just that little bit quicker. You really know how to reach those crisis points.
I didn't mean it to be a crisis point. I didn't think you'd take me seriously.
I'm sorry, but I did.
Didn't think I was the domestic type.
I don't feel you have to do it.
Joking, aren't you? Puts me in a special pile now to one side. Weird.
I taught him how to do that.
Oh.
You shouldn't resent it. I'd be happy to do it.
No, I don't resent it. Don't mind doing the odd shirt.
And you have to do it properly. And he's very particular. Sometimes he puts it back on the pile.
You what?
I mean, that cuff wouldn't get past him.
2 pints, please. Oh, just a woman I want to see. What will you have?
Oh, have an orange juice, please.
Coming up.
Oh, one for yourself.
Sorry. Well, these are for you, an apology. I hope you don't mind me giving you flowers. I don't think you're gay or anything.
No, I know you don't think I'm gay. Yes, thank you.
I paid for them.
Look, this isn't going to be easy.
Don't say anything. No, don't say anything. Let me speak first.
No.
No, hear me out.
Why?
Hear me
All
out.
right. What is it that you want to say?
I'm sorry for the car. I'm sorry for walking out. I know I'm a handful. I'm not low maintenance. I never have been. I know you're thinking of finishing, but please don't. Think of all the things we've got going for us. Physically, we've reached a new level. We have fun. We like the same things.
Thrill-loving criminal adventure.
Oh, I thought you were letting me finish. You're right for me. You're that touch cleverer. I can hold my own, but I can look up to you, and I need that. I need you. Think about all the things you want from life. I'm an asset. I'm what you need, by your side, on your side.
What is that?
Well, this is more important.
You're blocking someone in.
Well, I was in a hurry. I was trying to save my relationship. I can clamp it or tow it away.
No. Go down and move it.
Look happy. Council work agree with you, does it?
Yeah, it does actually. There's plenty to do. That's mainly because my colleagues are always throwing sickies.
Landed on your feet then, eh?
Yeah, for a change. How much do I owe you, love?
Oh, it's on me, this one.
Oh, thank you very much. What have I done to deserve that?
I thought you looked happy too. I wondered if something else would put a smile on your face.
Like what?
Like Charlie.
What could Charlie do?
Quite a lot, as I'm sure you know.
Are you insinuating something?
Just a friendly inquiry. I couldn't help noticing you're spending a lot of time together.
We are friends.
Oh, come on, Deirdre, you don't expect me to believe that. I know what's been tickling your fancy.
Friends. That's all. Have you understood that?
Yeah, whatever you say. Don't mean to cause offence.
Yeah, well, you have. You can shove your wine. I'm going home to Ken.
Oh, that's very subtle, Mum, yeah. God,
Got a reaction, didn't I? If there were naught going on, she'd have laughed it off. They're at it like knives.
Well, I'd best get back. Do you want me to chuck these in our skip?
No. They just make me feel as if I'm guilty of something.
Of what?
All I said at the council was that you were reliable. I'm not in a position to influence contract decisions.
A word in the right ear can make all the difference. In the left ear and all.
Oh, but flowers. I feel like some sort of corrupt official.
Corruption's underrated, if you ask me.
Oh, well, I won't ask you then. And I don't know what Ken's going to make of them.
Well, she hasn't bothered now.
Oh, no, they're lovely.
They're the same sort of dad as you, one adopted and one not. Why are you adopting Bethany? It's difficult to date.
I don't know, mate. Things have probably changed since my day. I want to talk to a social worker. In fact, why don't you go to paediatrics? I bet they'll know someone.
You are coming or going? Come in, mate. Let me get a drink, I'll join you. There's nothing like a morning of bed plans to work up an appetite. I've got to go and talk to someone, then on my phone. Don't rush off. I'll give you a lift home. I'm going your way in a bit. I'm fine.
Right, well, let us know about that reference thing anyway.
Not moving on, are you?
Yeah, it's worse than that. It's thinking about working here full time.
All right, honey. I just knocked them flowers over. I told you they caused trouble.
Still left it for Ken to mop up. Give him something to do tonight.
Oh, he'd love that. He's still not forgiven me for abandoning him to have his tea on his own.
Oh, little Claymore Bartat. Now, I have here in this bag what purports to be the finest pork pie to the side of Pennines. A lovely penny discovered it in the baker's shop, and I'm going to decipher the recipe.
Managed to venture out the cottage then, did you, Dad?
We had to venture out on occasion for sustenance.
It shouldn't be too long. In fact, I thought she'd be back right now.
Yeah, come in.
Of course, yes. If you want to wait.
Nice flowers.
Deirdre must have bought them.
Where is she?
Town hall meeting. This job is quite demanding.
Did she tell you about our disagreement?
She mentioned something.
Oh, I'm surprised. I'd have thought she'd keep it quiet.
Well, she was a bit upset about it.
Suppose she denied it?
Denied that you'd had a bit of a row.
She must enjoy the danger.
Have you been drinking?
Think I'm entitled to a little drink after the way I'm being treated.
Well, look, I'm sorry to hear about Charlie, but I can't see how taking it out on Deirdre
Are you sure you know where she is?
Sorry, am I missing something here?
Yeah? Your wife? Always had a taste for the younger man, and she understands you had a problem with Dev not long back.
Look, I don't know what you've come around here for, but I'm not prepared to
Charlie
stand
didn't chuck me for no reason. He'd already started something with someone else. Deirdre.
Come on.
Whether you want to believe it or not won't change the fact it's happening. He called for her earlier, and off they went in his van.
You expect me to believe this?
It's up to you. Let her make a fool of you if you want. From what I hear, it won't be the first time.
I think you'd better leave.
I'm going. Just think of it as a friendly warning. Oh, don't be a fool. See what's right under your nose. Like I say, nice flowers.
What?
What do you mean, what?
You keep staring at me. Come to think of it, you've been naughty ever since you got up. What's up with you?
Nothing's up with me.
Am I missing something here? Have I done something to offend you?
I don't know. Have you?
Look, Ken, I don't know what all this is about, but if you've got something to say, just say it.
Good meeting, was it, last night?
What, a council? Not really. It was a bit boring. Why the sudden interest?
And what sort of thing did you discuss?
Well, I didn't discuss anything. I took notes. I can show you if you like. I'll go and get my notebook. Not that you'd be able to make much sense of it, because you don't understand shorthand.
And what time did the meeting finish?
About 10:30.
So, it took you an hour to get back here from the town hall?
No, I had a drink with a couple of cows. Is that what this is about? One drink with people I work with? Well, pardon me for having a life.
Todd. Todd, wait, will you? Todd. Have you got a problem with me? Look, I'm in a rush.
Is Deirdre here?
She's out.
Oh, good.
What do you want, Bev?
To apologise. I shouldn't have said what I said last night. I was upset. You didn't say anything to Deirdre, did you?
Not yet.
Then don't. Forget all about
Oh, I
it.
can't do that. Last night you were adamant that Deirdre was having a relationship with Charlie Stubbs. So what are you saying now, that she's not?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Do you often do this? Tell husbands their wives are cheating on them and then retract it. I mean, is it a game? Or just something you do when men reject you? Convince yourself the only reason they don't want you is they're involved with somebody else.
That's not fair.
Isn't it?
No. Yesterday I saw Deirdre getting in Charlie's van, laughing and joking, and I've seen them in the pub, heads down, talking together.
So your warped mind jumped to the only possible conclusion?
Well, it wouldn't be the first time, would it? From what I gather, Deirdre's hardly the faithful sort, is she? Mike Baldwin, Dev Allahan...
I think you better leave.
Look, I'm sorry. Last night I thought one thing, this morning another. All I know is Charlie Stubbs is a very charming man. If he put his mind to it, he could seduce Emily Bishop, let alone Deirdre. But you know her better than I do. I don't want to cause any trouble.
Well, it's a pity you didn't think of that last night.
I'm telling you this. You'll have more fun, more sex, and less aggro if you don't tie yourself down. There's always another girl, always. Better still, there's always another woman.
Ken, what is it? I know there's something wrong. Tell me.
Are you having an affair?
What?
No, I'm serious, Deirdre. Are you seeing someone else?
No, I'm not. I knew this would happen.
What?
I get a job. You're stuck here on your own all day. I wondered how long it'd be before you got jealous.
I'm not jealous. Well, not of your job, anyway. Did you buy those yourself?
No, I didn't. They were a present.
Who from?
From Charlie. You know, that builder. They were a thank you for me helping him.
A thank you? For what?
I put in a good word for him. I helped him get a contract.
Oh, championing all local builders, are you? Or is it just this one? What sort of a backhander did he give you, eh?
Charlie. You can't be serious. After all we've been through. After all I swore to you. I swore I would never cheat on you again. I thought you believed me.
I did, but...
But what? I suggested him for a job. That's all.
I think you're a great guy, and yeah, I'd like to be your mate, but I have plenty of straight mates. Just because you once kissed a guy doesn't mean you're gay. Oh, I feel stupid now. Don't. Look, I realise it took you a lot to tell me that. And don't worry, I won't tell anyone else. Does Sarah know? Yeah. It was a brother. You're joking. A brother? What did he say? A lot. Yeah, said a lot about me being gay and well, we were mates. Not anymore. Sorry.
So, out on your own, or have you got a date?
What's the point of going out on your own?
Anyone I know?
I don't know, you probably know a lot of people.
Someone local?
You sound like my mother.
Your mother?
Yeah, my mother. Look, Bev, we had a laugh. It was never meant to be anything heavy. We both knew that, didn't we?
Of course.
Tell you what, Tuesday's your night off, yeah?
Yeah.
So, why don't you get yourself dressed up and go into town and make some businessman's night?
I don't need hints on finding men from Cowboy Builder, thank you very much. I'm going in the back for an hour. What for? A break, I need a break, okay. I need a bath. Why don't you go out with a man more your age? I don't like fellas my age, they die. Huh? Your father was my age, he died. Don't want to go through that again. That pain. I loved him so much. I know. I like younger men. I like the way they've not given up. They've not gone to seed. I like the way they make me feel. The way Charlie made me feel. Till that Deirdre came along. Well, she's not getting away with it. Mum, what are you doing? If she wants him, she's got a fight on her hands. Mum! Mum! sort you out, lady.
Oh, it's you.
What was wrong? Earlier, what I said, she's seen him, I know she is. She's stolen him off me, but I'm not taking it. I'm not. She thinks she'll get away with it like she did before, but I'll not let her. I probably rounded his house, so I'll tell you where he lives, and if you go around there now, you'll probably catch him. It's Palmer Street, number 26. I'll come with you, we'll catch them together.
Bev. What are you talking about, Bev?
Deirdre.
So this is where you got it from. I don't know who's the most pathetic. You for coming up with a tale like this, or you for believing it. Go home, Bev, before you get picked up by the police for being drunk and disorderly. And not to mention deranged.